Eli, hey, dropped out of high school. You joined the infantry. None of this goes to the real world.
The game was just average and mid as it was not that good.
These are real people?
Bro, you're only in it for the nut and the dopamine, bro. Just get out of there, bro. You don't need it.
I definitely up if this many people do not like me.
This is gay and retarded. I'm good.
Hey, look who we got today. Mr. Klean. What Klean? What do we call? I have always called you Klean. I don't know if you've switched from your online persona name to your
real name Stefan. Everybody just calls me Klean though.
Yeah. And then Lucas calls you Steve, I think.
Dude, okay.
Which I'm like, it takes me a second to know. He's like, Steve. I'm like,
my brother got the cool Arab name. So my dad immigrated from Palestine in the 80s. And he eventually met
Free
my mom.
Palestine.
Yeah, free Palestine. Yeah.
As we get super political, they're like, no!
Stop!
Now just put flags over our faces the rest of the conversation.
Yeah. This is where we actually have all the protesters come up and start waving their flags and interrupting us.
Killing us.
Cutting our heads off. That'd be great. So my brother got the really cool name Ramsey.
Oh, that's
right?
a dope, yeah.
Awesome name, right? Ramzi. Very like, it's the Palestinian way you'd spell it. And then my dad wanted to like call me like Ziad or something cool, but then they're like, why not Stefan? And now my whole life I've been Steven, Stefan, or Steven. And it's like, how do you spell that? Stephen? No, it's Stefan. Oh, so like Stefan, like, yeah. And like, I basically have lived with 3 different names my entire life. And like, I like my name, it's whatever, but it's just, it's a curse, but also a blessing, I guess.
You're like, oh, I was this close to a cool name. Well, hi, Klean. Welcome to the show, my friend.
Pleasure to be here, Eli.
You gotta say hi, Eli.
Hi, Eli.
There we go. See, he did it too.
I'm following the script, guys.
That's the script right there. That's it. I know Nico, forget what happened last time. I didn't read the comments, but he was like, man, I got torn up in the comments because I didn't do it right. I was like, I love my people.
It's okay. I get torn up online every day about video games. Whatever you guys
trash takes, you don't know Tarkov, blah, 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 blah.
You ruined that game. Yeah.
I'm so happy you're balancing something we're working on. We'll get into that later.
Honestly, it's kind of a slow period for me right now, to be honest. I'm at my like all-time lowest sub count. Views been pretty good, anywhere from like 300 to 500, but I mean, I literally have 300 to 500 people show up no matter what game I play, no matter what the fuck I'm doing, no matter what. So like, bro, I still get to wake up every day. I get to do something I love and get to pay my bills, support myself and my family. So why am I complaining? Which is funny because in contrast to a lot of the streaming space there, and I guess this is just like social media in general, so many people like as like influencers, as people who are in media, they are so like hard set on their analytics in terms of how they see their self-value and self-worth. And like if people see dips, they see numbers go down or anything like that, they have like a fucking like a content creator midlife crisis over it. And it's just like, dude, like you are privileged as fuck. And like we all have privilege, and that's just a real thing. And it's so easy to like get so lost in the sauce when you're getting caught up on the dopamine and the money and the engagement and all the fucking clicks and shit. But it's like, homie, like
you're fine.
You're fine. Like you are not showing up to a 9-to-5 working for some corpo dickhead who doesn't give a fuck about you, and you're just a wage slave. Like you get to wake up every day and you get to play video games, and you're upset about that you're making $5,000 less this month. It's like, brother, like get fucking real. It's really not that bad.
It's wild to see the reaction of, oh, I made 5,000 less. What the fuck? How am I going to survive? And that does such a disservice to so many people out there. And that's where I have that mindset. I'm like, man, I am so glad I struggled a majority of my life.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I'd turn out like that. And
you wouldn't have the perspective. I mean, me growing up, like my dad was like very wealthy. My mom was like pretty poor. And so like majority of the custody growing up, I was with my mom. I want to say 5 days a week, and every other weekend I was with my dad. And like, going from like my mom, she's a waitress, basically living off tips and, low income. And then my dad, who's like basically a real estate finance bro and making like tons of money and lives in a huge, big empty house, and going from like rich to just not, I want to say poverty, but just like poor, just poor. And it gave me a lot of perspective because like seeing, I don't know, having that contrast in my life, it was just good to have, because a lot of people, they do grow up into privilege and they fail to have the self-recognition to see that. And then, they'll bitch out some barista because they had 2 extra sugars in the latte they didn't ask for. And now you're demeaning like human value over nothing. You know what I mean?
That's why I love you, buddy. You got that. It's that reality check, and it's holding yourself accountable.
Exactly. Yeah.
And understanding, oh, hey, everyone has their own story wherever they are, and it could be a bad day. Now, if they're being a piece of shit, fucking call them out. You will get zero pushback.
Yes.
But vice versa, if you're being the piece of shit where you are making an exorbitant, or even you're doing very well, and then you're not taking care of like that one streamer that went viral for not tipping.
Oh, is that the older guy?
It was the chick.
No, I think I remember her name, but she basically, she's being a bitch about like people not giving her money. And just like, you're talentless in front of a camera, pushing your boobies up, and you're mad that people aren't paying you.
Well, like, it was when they left the restaurant, and the server walks out and it's like, hey, I don't know if you didn't leave a tip. And they're all on live stream. She live streamed everything.
Oh, this, I didn't hear about this. I thought you were talking about somebody else.
Then the girl's like, oh, well, yeah, I did. It was like $5 on a $700 or $1,200 tab. And the server was like, okay, well, it's like, that's enough. And then they left, and they thought they were in, their stream would actually be like, yeah, you showed her. And everyone was like, homie, you just live streamed out her work, and then she had to take care of you during all of this, and you left $5 on it.
Especially considering like how much streamers make too, like especially if you're like a streamer that averages, I don't know, 2,000 viewers on average, and you're running like a solid amount of ads. Just on ads alone, you're probably making like $30,000 to $40,000 a month.
Yep.
It's a lot of money. It depends on how many ads you run, but like, you're making a lot of fucking money off ads. And
people
like,
don't get how much you make.
No, they don't. And it varies on platform. It varies month to month. I mean, a lot of advertisers have been kind of pulling out of the platform because of like a lot of political streamers, and, you know, understandably so. I don't blame them, but at the same time, like, hey, they're fucking this up for everybody else.
Oh, they're doing a fantastic job of it.
Yeah. We're over here just playing video games, and they're over there just talking about some crazy shit.
Making and lying, dude, watching people lie and then double down, or have just cannot be self-aware on anything, or they won't admit fault or wrongdoing. And it's just wild to see how big that is. And it's disheartening to see that they have followers.
No, it is.
People watch them like, oh, why?
Dude, like these people, they'll build up these communities around like a persona that they have, that they eventually like convince themselves that they are. And when they actually start to like, the mask starts to crack and they start saying things that they really believe, their community basically starts to cannibalize them. And I feel like they kind of do that literally out of fear, because they know like, oh, this is what I built up, and if I turn against them, what I created, like, it'll destroy me. And like, that scares the fucking shit out of them. And for me, like, you know, I'm not a huge content creator. I mean, but I have been doing this for almost 10 years now, and like steadily, like I've been making a good living off of just playing games, making content. Now I'm like working on making games, making my own mods, and like really trying to create quality content in a space where I feel like a lot of bigger companies, game developers who used to make my favorite games, are now just pushing retarded ass political agendas in a video game. And it's like, dude, just make a good game. Like, you can have underlying political agendas in stories as long as the writing's good. Nobody's going to bat an eye to that. Like, look at the way Kojima did it with Metal Gear Solid. It's wonderful. It's amazing. It's a beautiful story. But when you have like really terrible writing and really obvious like political agendas just within your game,
just to
like,
push it too, just to,
it's just so that just to push it and have it in, like, people see that and they're like, yo, this sucks, like, we don't want this is gay as fuck, like, why are you putting this in your game?
And then you see the reaction of them blaming the viewer or the gamer, the customer, where it's like, well, they just look, they're whatever keyword you want to use, Nazi, blah blah blah, that's why they didn't enjoy this. Not, we shoehorn this in, and I don't know.
Yeah, for sure.
What? We didn't know it was going to backlog. It's shoehorning something in and then blaming the viewer, the customer, that they're wrong and that's why their game's failing. And I will never, I think I've talked about it. I have Gary, actually, Nerdrotic, coming on next week, but it's one of those things we're going to talk about is being in that space and running studios or making anime. And it is the easiest shit in the world to, especially if you're making a video game movie, or
it's, you have source material to go off of, right? That's the idea.
all you need is the source material, stick to it, make it good, hand it off, and watch what happens. You will have utter success.
Like every good anime, like, because every really good anime always goes off of the source material from the manga, because it's usually what it originates from, and they don't really deviate off of that. But if anything, they improve on it by certain panels get really amazing extra animation sequences that make you go like, oh fuck, like, you know, Chainsaw Man movie, for example, like there were some fight scenes that was like, holy shit, they crushed it with the animation.
Solo leveling, like, it's just you're so invested into it. And I don't know how you fuck up the Star Wars universe so bad when you have such a badass idea to go off of, and so many good stories. Like any of the books, you
fucking
can
Clone Wars, dude. The Clone Wars show is amazing.
Dude, Clone Wars, fucking Vader, a series about Vader hunting down like either holocrons or other Jedi would be dope as shit. But they're like, no, we need to change stuff.
We need to appeal to the mythical statistic consumer.
Yeah.
The person that doesn't really exist, but they think exists for some reason. And you see that in games all the time. Like they just do this stuff where it's like, these are not things that gamers actually care about. These are things that are maybe relevant and are active in political discourse online, but these are not things that gamers really give a fuck about. They want to get their heart rate up. They want to get some fucking dopamine, or they want to be, you know, shown and be involved in a really cool story.
Expedition 33.
Exactly.
Or Vampire Survivor. You have two ends of the spectrum.
Just like straight dopamine rush game and like amazing story that makes you cry. Like
opposite ends. And guess what? Both are highly successful because there was no dumb shit pushed in other than just have fun. Hope you enjoy the game.
Pretty much. I mean, that's all it stems from. And like for me, like, you know, I've been a lifelong gamer. All of the best games I've ever played, especially now that I guess I've like raised my gamer IQ and I'm more involved in the industry, I guess. All the best games, and you could say, I guess, any product, it's usually made by somebody who's like, man, I really want this thing to exist. It doesn't exist. And it would be really cool if it did. Fuck it, I'll make it myself. And then that's usually how trends get set and how things start to happen. And, you know, people really start to make good products.
I never thought about even the shoes. Why I started Shoe Company is like that. These don't exist. The camo patterns I wanted. I know. I'll do the easy approach by starting.
I'll make it. This will be so simple.
I'll start a new shoe company. It's no big deal.
How hard could it be? Oh, logistics. Oh, designing. Oh, working with other people. Fuck.
But at least I got my designs.
And hey, your shoes are doing really well, though. You guys pretty much sell out all the time, and they look good, and they're high quality, too.
We get that real leather. Oh, everyone asking for low tops. There you go. Real leather low tops. And you can use them as dress shoes. We've got these in brown, too, and they're now what I wear with my suits.
And you were just telling me, too, about how, you know, one of your last releases, like, actually didn't go super well. Some parts of your shoe failed. Yeah, the zips fucked up, and you're like, all right, hey guys, sorry, we fucked this up. Like, if you guys bought a shoe from us that had a broken zipper, like, let us know on our next order. When we improve it, we'll get a new one for free, no charges. You know what I mean? And like that's doing your job, I think, as somebody who's making a good product to really show respect to the consumer. And like in so many industries, especially games, like they're just feeding a slop, and we're starting to realize like, oh, this game has a bunch of dark pattern recognition. Like, you want me to get in, do login bonuses, dailies, weeklies. You know, you're doing these events that have FOMO content and cosmetics that if I feel like I'm not involved in playing it every single day and dedicating like time and attention to it, I'm going to miss out. And like, it's like a subconscious addiction. Sorry. And, you know, gamers, I think, are starting to get a lot fucking smarter. I mean, funny enough, consoles are actually going down. Like, they're not selling consoles anymore. People are not buying PlayStations and Xboxes as much anymore.
The second you opened up the idea of, oh, well, it's like, it's awesome because it's cross-platform, but now it is, well, I mean, I'll just do it on my computer. At least I get everything else with.
I don't have to pay for online. I don't have to pay for this other crap. Usually a lot of that. There's more free games. There's a way larger library. Yeah, you have to pay Xbox Live, and I believe PlayStation. You still have to pay a monthly sub to play
like
online.
$50 a year. Steam,
something like that. Yeah, it's free. The game's multiplayer. You just go on and play.
And I will say now, Steam has its pros and cons.
Of course,
they do take I mean, like 30%.
Yeah,
from
if you're
game.
selling a game on Steam, it's 30%. But I mean, it's the largest gaming marketplace in the world.
That's where it is, that trade-off. It's like shipping from Amazon. Okay, hey, they're going to cut in because you are getting a bunch of eyeballs on it.
For sure.
But Steam, even with the Ashes of
Ashes of Creation?
Ashes of
I played that.
Creation.
I played a lot. I put like 300 hours in that game.
See, and then to watch them try to do the rug pull.
Yeah, they basically rug pulled. Yeah, which
Steam
sucks
said,
because
fuck you, we're not.
Yeah, no, which is great. And like, funny enough, Valve just won a lawsuit against the Rothschilds. I don't know if you heard about that. They literally tried, the Rothschilds. I forgot exactly what they tried to sue them for, but they lost.
The most powerful family, and
yes.
Probably all of existence.
And now a New York Supreme Attorney is trying to sue Valve, basically saying that your games have gambling because of the cases and like, loot boxes and stuff, which in a way, like I do think a lot of that in a way is gambling.
Yeah.
But those are M-rated games. They're mature. They're for adults. Like if their argument is basically, oh, this is teaching kids to gamble, but it's like, this is a product for adults.
That adult is not supervising their child,
Exactly.
which allows them to do that, and then they can gamble. Brandon, hold up that travel size deodorant. Bring it closer to your face because it's not blurred. There we go.
Mando.
Acidified body wash.
The acid gets rid of all the dead skin cells, I think. I'm not a doctor, but a doctor designed it. I like how they wrote the script specifically for us because it says, do not talk about other brands. Please don't shame other brands.
They know us so well. That's why we love you, Mando.
Anyways, about our new deodorant, New Spice, I mean Mando. Get it? Because New Spices.
Grundle? The word grundle is in here.
How is it used?
Proven to control odor better than a shower with soap alone. 12 hours after a shower, the average man's Grundle odor level was 5 out of 10. With Mando, the average Grundle odor level is 0 out of 10.
Did we just learn the metric for stink?
I think it's Grundle.
Grundle is a slang term primarily used in the US to refer to the perineum, which is the area of skin between the anus and the genitals.
AKA the gooch, AKA the taint.
It's literally, if you type in Grundle, it says Grundle versus Taint. One of my favorite boxing matches.
They measured a dude's taint odor.
All I can picture is Grimace from McDonald's.
Grundle man?
Taint goblin.
Instead of handing out burgers, he stabs children. Run, it's Grundle.
Run, it's Grundle.
Mando covers everything: shampoo, face wash, body wash, and deodorant. It stops odor, aka Grundle, before it starts.
This isn't your average deodorant or antiperspirant.
You can try Mando's starter pack. It's perfect. It comes with absolutely everything. As a special offer, you'll get 20% off site-wide with our exclusive code, Say Hi.
Over at shopmando.com. But I'm so happy you're the one helping with the balancing, and because I have that's that next level deep shit where super fast handoff, because I even looking on how fighting games, one little action can unbalance a character.
It's all
game.
connected. It's like you got to be able to see the bigger picture, and like at least when it comes to things that I would usually be designing in a game, it's like a lot of progression loops, how all those items tie into it, like how all the enemies tie into it, like how what items you're finding and where. Like there's just so many things tied into that I mean, I just kind of nerd out about it. It's like my tism. Like I love games. I love like good progression. I like good stories and narrative, and I like building these really fun worlds where there's a lot of engaging things. I don't want like too much dopamine, but enough to make you want more, and always kind of keep you wanting a little bit more here and there.
I know with the Expedition 33, they had that really easy to break characters, and they would patch and patch as time goes on. But when you have that deep of a system, they probably weren't thinking, oh, well, if we stack X, Y, Z, then this can happen. And oh, now you're killing everything in a single hit.
Yeah.
Because it took me, I mean, till near the end of the game when I was like, oh shit, if I do this with this, and then I'm using a random character and I see one of their moves, I'm like, wait, if I use that with this, now my character's fucking broken. And sure as shit, my character was very broken
OP.
in the game. I'm like, oh, this is dope. It's really cool. And dear God, though, as hats off for you doing that, because I could not do that in a million years.
Honestly, it varies on game to game, but I think the reason why I'm good at it is because one, I love it, and two, I've been playing games my whole life, and now that I'm like kind of getting into a lot of game development and actually working with devs more in like actual design roles, because before in the past I just did marketing for Battlestate and I did marketing for a game called BattleBit Remastered, and I wasn't really in a position where I could say like how the game should be. and how the gameplay should be designed. It was more so just like, hey, your job is to sell our game and basically get it in the hands of content creators and influencers. I was like, okay, you know, I can do that. But like now, like me actually being involved in actually being able to shape the gameplay and shape all of those progression loops, like it's just super fun because like I know what I like, and I like to think what I like is what other gamers usually like. You know, I say that from the standpoint of a gamer, not somebody making one. You know what I mean?
We went into business because I wasn't betting on the horse. I was betting on the jockey strictly because I know how autistic Klean is about this, and then the games you've worked on in the past, and that's getting everyone else on board. That was my biggest indicator. I was like, Klean has helped develop all these ones with 0 failure rate. It was like, he knows his shit. Just trust the process, and I guarantee this is going to be a home run.
Yeah, it takes time. I mean,
and I think a lot of people, when we say balancing for an item or even a character, this is as simple as you can break down. Street Fighter, easy. Like, you got 2 guys that punch, kick, left, like, and 3 levels of punches, 3 levels of kicks. If you have a change can be, oh, well, this is 2 frames faster. That 2 frames can unbalance a character and make them godlike.
Oh, yeah.
Period.
Especially if people know how to exploit it, because like that's what a lot of gamers will do is like they'll find the min-max thing, the meta game, to try and solve the game to play it at a high level. And there's nothing wrong with that. But like, let's say you have 100 guns in a game, but only 2 of those guns are used by a majority of your high level player base. That's a balancing problem, because you want to make sure that if you're going to have 100 guns, you would probably want them all to have their own like place within the overall concept of the game.
Think of Call of Duty with anytime an actual gun gets broken in every map, you will see that the M14 or whatever.
You gotta pay for it in DLC, and now if you don't have the paid gun, you're now just getting slayed by people with the meta gun. They do that on purpose.
Dude, 3 months it went with I want to say it was the M14, the M1A rifle.
Yeah.
Whenever that semi-automatic, and we all seen, oh shit, okay, it's 2 rounds to kill somebody, even full armored. Everyone for 3 months used one gun because there was no point in using.
Yeah, like
any
literally
other thing.
in terms of the millisecond TTK value, like that gun is just outperforming the close, mid, and long range. It's literally the best gun for everything. And like what's crazy is like, again, they do that shit on purpose because that gun was like a DLC gun, right? You had to pay for it.
Yep.
And so they knew it was going to be broken, and they knew they didn't want to fix it because they made everybody feel like, hey, if you don't have the DLC, guess what? You're not competing anymore. You have to give us more money. Stupid.
You cannot compete.
Yeah, and like I said earlier, like gamers are becoming a lot more self-aware of this kind of stuff. Like we are noticing like, ooh, you're doing all this stuff in the game and designing it this way just so you make me feel like I'm missing out if I'm not participating with my wallet. And that shit's retarded to me. It's awful. And like
as it should.
I'm super against any of that kind of stuff in the industry for the most part, because I just think it's very just like disingenuous, and like you're supposed to entertain people. First and foremost, dude, you're supposed to entertain them, make them happy, and you're not going to do that by just like gouging the fuck out of them.
Yeah. And I think that's why I really trust you guys, Lucas, is that is part of the process. And then everyone is they know their lanes and they stick to them. And then they just, ideas. Oh, hey, what do you think of this? And oh, that's a great idea. That's not, it's the marketing side or building like the cinematics or the story elements. That's the shit I've done my entire life. That's the stuff I find a blast. And then hearing and visually just seeing stuff really quick, I can be like, oh, hey, this needs to be changed. Oh, like the suppressor to non-suppressor. So I was like, hey, understand the meaning, realistic, but audio wise, if a person closes their eyes and you shoot both guns side by side, are that random person
well, they know the difference.
Yeah. And if they go like, oh, it's just a different gun, we failed. And
it's funny you say that, because we just hired an audio engineer for the game. Dude's
I talked to Lucas about this.
So Miguel is super fucking smart. And funny enough, I literally just got him audio samples from a mod project that I helped start for a game called Armor Reforger. It's like a sandbox milsim game. In this community, we basically have like the top mods for the entire game. Like our servers, we have 12 servers that are packed every single day, 128 players per. For a mod, we have like a concurrent player base of like 2,000 to 3,000 people every day.
That's insane.
And it's free. You know, it's a free mod.
What's it called?
WCS, worst case scenario for Armor Reforger. If you're looking for like a fun, like milsim sandboxy type experience, like go play there. They're great. But I got him samples from our sound guys on those teams for unsuppressed and suppressed M4s and AKs to build as a reference for the rest of our guns in the game.
Love it.
I sent him those. He's like, bro, these like, where the fuck you get these samples? These are crazy. I'm like, my team built it, like that's good. And like, those guys do a lot of great work. And again, like modders, like they're doing that shit for free out of passion.
Yeah.
They just like it for just the fact of creating something.
I love it's how if you want to be successful in it, that's what it takes, because then when they go to that next level, that Expedition 33, or they're developing a game, they're going to be highly successful because they put in all that effort, learned on their own, learned for fun to make their own product better. And then, yeah, the end product is amazing. And now they can make money if they choose to. But out the gate, it was love of the game.
Yeah, that's why I got into modding, is because like I've played so many amazing mods for countless franchises throughout the years, and I was like, you know what, I want to make my own mods. I want to like make some free content for people, because like I've gotten so much enjoyment and positivity from these. Like let me give other people that. And like seeing so many people enjoy some of the things that I helped create, and like I couldn't do it by myself. Like it takes a whole village to make these kinds of things. Like, I'm good on the design side, you're good on like the cinematics, like storytelling side. We have like guys who are really good at the sound, guys who are good at the programming, animating, and so on. It's hard for any one individual person to like take all the credit.
And as it should be. And then everyone, I can't stress, it is giving that credit when it's due, and then checking your ego when you're not good at something, or there is other people better in a space. It's going, hey, I can't help there. They far exceed me at that, but what I can do is right here and stay in my lane, and then I can ask questions and learn. I won't take their place, but maybe I can help them in the future. And I think that's where a lot of people fail, because ego gets in the way. And then it is, oh, I did this, oh, I didn't need this. And there's not congratulating everyone. Unsub works because I have an amazing team. Like,
of course.
That's Say Hi works because I have an amazing, everything I do is because not Eli. I fucking the retard in the group, and I'm really good at chess in the overview though. And I'm like, oh, these people should go here, here, and here, and that will work. Okay, good.
I mean, those are always the best leaders anyway, at least in history, from what I know, which is not much. I'm not a history buff. Sorry, guys. Sorry, fat electrician. My bad. But usually really good leaders find people who are not good at the things they do. Like, it's almost like a MMORPG. You got your Holy Trinity. You got your tank, you got your DPS, you got your support and range DPS. They all serve different roles. They all are weak at certain things, but together they are strong.
Yes.
And you can clear dungeons and kill big fat bosses and get fat loot together. You know what I mean?
The easiest way to put it. Literally that. That is how business is. Just break it down to that. That's all it fucking takes.
Then you get the clerics who are like, no, bro, I can totally tank the boss. You can just sit back here. It just gets one shot and looks like a dumbass. You know what I mean? Like,
and then you fire them.
Then you get fired.
Then make that process simpler. I'm super excited. And it's weird because now Unsub's technically a video game developer.
Publisher.
Well,
I mean, you're working part of the development, but you guys are like, you're a publisher. You
which
publish
is
the game,
which is wild.
It's crazy.
Yeah, dude. Trust me. I'm like, well, didn't see that in my 2025 or 2026.
What's crazy too is like the size of the investment that you guys have put forward compared to like a lot of these big titles is like nothing.
Oh, fucking.
Like for example, do you hear about this game called High Guard? So High Guard was announced at last year's Game Awards. And it was the last gameplay reveal for the entire show. Jeff Keenly was like, oh, guys, this is the best game ever. I played it, and it's so sick. And I love Jeff. Jeff is just like, he's an icon of the gaming industry. He's a fucking great dude. But like, I kind of have trust issues with him now because of this. And this game, High Guard, came out, and it was made by a bunch of former Apex Legends developers and some people in the AAA space. And they lied about being indie. They lied about being independent. These motherfuckers were backed by Tencent. And it was only came out after their game completely flopped, and Tencent pulled the rug on them and said, hey, you guys fucked up big time. This game was free to play, peaked at like 70,000 players. I think has less than 1,000 players now. And they invested, like, I want to say tens of millions, if not more, into this game, or even maybe closer to 100 million. They invested a lot of money in this game.
So the reason it was because they wanted to ride we're an indie game developer to try to get that wave. Is that what happened?
It seems like that was the case. And like, oh, we're self-published. We broke off from AAA to make our own game. And it's just like, you guys are backed by Tencent.
Expedition 33 broke off.
Yeah.
And we're like, hey, this cost us 10 mil, which fucking what they did for that budget.
Dude, do you see how many awards they won?
Oh, and I know you're doing good when then the haters is like, it's not indie. They said no AI because I think the test sampler for some of the things was AI based generated. And if that's your line that it's AI and they shouldn't win, you're an idiot.
The thing is like gaming studio that I like a lot called Larian. They're like a AA studio. They made the Divinity series. They made Baldur's Gate 3. Really great developers. They really care about games.
God, they're AA, which is wild because
they're AA,
they're crushing AAA.
No, they are. They're literally making them look bad. And even the CEO for that company is like, maybe if you fucking dumbass developers just focused on making good games, you guys would actually make money. You know what I mean?
Wild concept.
And wild concept. Crazy. But they, I guess, got caught for using AI. But what they were using the AI for were to generate a first initial concept art for something that the concept artist would then look at to use as a reference to make their concept art. And people like tried to throw them under the bus. Like they're, hey, Chat GPT, make me an entirely new story-based turn-based RPG from scratch. And like people are acting like that's what they're doing. It's like, no, man, like they literally use the concept art for the concept artist to make the concept art from AI. Like,
you mean they're being more efficient? Because you know what's faster for me talking to Dave, how I build thumbnails literally is like text, or I'll show references. I'll snag and I'll put stuff up and send it to him like, hey, this is the background, here's what I'm thinking on facial, blah blah blah. And Dave or Finn, whoever is doing the thumbnail, it knocks it out of the park. But it aids in that speed. If I can go, I want to create a Chat GTB. Before I go to my artist, I'm like, hey, I want a creature that's kind of like this, some really big claws on its hand, big teeth, green, and walks on all fours. Enter. It kicks me something like, cool. Then you just send that to your artist and be like, hey, okay, so this is what I'm thinking. Here's the baseline. I want it, but I want more like fucking bones sticking out of its arms and it's snarling, and let's do like some moss on it. You get to really refine it, and then the artist gets to take their liberties to build off of it. That's not, I hate, as you're saying, it's this let's shit on them because they did it in one part of the process. Sorry, AI is not going to replace you. An individual that has mastered their craft and AI, they're going to replace you.
Because AI is really good at helping people, especially game developers, go through simple menial tasks that normally take them a long time. Like what I use AI for in terms of game design documentation is if I need to build out a feature, I'll literally sit there and have a conversation with Grok for like 6 hours. And he's not giving me ideas. I'm telling him what to build and how to structure it into a visible document that I can give to an engineer and being like, hey, this is what I need this feature to look like. We can figure out how that works in terms of the code base together. But like, I'll sit there and use AI to basically like make a spreadsheet, basically. Instead of me going in Google Docs and punching all that shit in myself and fixing my interface.
Oh, God. This GHOSTBED mattress is cool, comfortable, and amazing. And when you pair it with one of their amazing pillows, it's better than doing the deed. She heard that. And another thing, the bed can't leave you. Oh. Well, looks like I'll be sleeping alone. But at least I'll be sleeping cool and comfortable with their new technology. And they're built to last. High quality, durable material, backed with a 20 to 25 year warranty. That's gonna last longer than my marriage. And they have 60,000 5-star reviews. I sleep on a ghost bed, I swear by it, and I couldn't go back, even for her. Right now, prices are already lower, but you'll get an extra 10% off if you use code Eli at checkout. That's ghostbed.com/Eli. Use code Eli. Sleep better and stay cooler. I miss her, but I can sleep like an angel.
Yeah, exactly. It's very easy to do, but it's like, I'm not saying Grok, hey Grok, can you design this feature for me and make a document? No, I'm telling him what the features are. I'm telling him what the systems are supposed to be and how they're supposed to communicate. I'm feeding it and training it to basically just make a document for me, essentially. That's all it is. It's like it would be no different than me having like an assistant who's drafting me a document and I'm just telling them what to type.
That's it's so frustrating to see. If you're pissed about AI at that degree, you suck at your job. It's that is as simple as that.
I can spreadsheet really good, Eli. What the fuck, bro?
Dude, and it's just like, okay, I will spend 20 to, I'm going to have to spend, 80 hours to be decent at spreadsheets. I can spend 80 hours on any fucking thing else and actually get a good return for my time.
Yes, exactly.
I don't, and I got to watch, it was in one of the subreddits for podcasting, but people were bitching about, a select few were bitching about AI editing of the podcast, which guess what? We use it. You know why? Because it just does the pre-cut. That means it's whoever's talking, the camera cuts to automatically. So
you have to do that really boring menial work manually. If not, it's not art. Okay? You obviously haven't figured this out, and you need to get real and support Palestine.
Dude, that's that's what people think. And I'm like, homie, what? And when we have competition in pay, if I'm hiring individuals and they're like, well, it took me this long. I know when I ask you a question, you tell me a certain time length. I'm like, you're doing that all manually? And they're like, yeah, how'd you know? Because that's fucking like 8 hours too long. Wow. Why are you doing it that way? There's faster ways? Yeah, here. Use these. How fast? Holy shit. I think Caleb, I showed him a face tracking and auto cut in DaVinci, and first text he sends me back is I love it because it's that fast. Caleb, dude, thanks for the advice last night. DaVinci scene detection made assembly so much quicker.
Yeah, and
simple
again,
shit like that. You're not wasting your time.
That's what AI is good for. It's like, and I can understand like there are problems with AI because it's frankly made it a lot easier to do things. And, you know, human beings, when we get like a quick solution to things that makes things easier, it obviously can turn out poorly. And like, that's how you get like AI slop, right? Which is understandable, but it's like people love to witch hunt. They love being mad about shit, and they feel like they need to basically like go on a crusade for the sake of an idea about how you should use AI.
Instead of just learning it and adapting it to whatever you're doing and making your life infinitely easier.
Absolutely.
Because if it's strictly AI, it is going to suck. It has AI is not good at the finished product. It's good at that getting you started or pointing you in the general direction, and then you take over. And
I'm actually really curious to see, because I know Elon and his ex like gamer team, they're all about AI development. They're like, we're going to make a crazy cool game soon. And I'm really wondering, is like, are you? Like, is it actually going to be that good if you're really going to make a game fully through AI? Like, I'd be curious to see what they can do. Like, I've actually seen some pretty cool mods with AI, though. There's this one for a game I play called Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord, and it's like kind of like a war campaign, like RPG battle type game. Like, you command armies, you have a character, you have stats and stuff, and it's kind of like a political game as well, because you have to like maintain relationships and shit. But the game has like this AI mod where you can like basically get dynamic stories based on your actions in game, and then the NPCs will remember what you did, and they'll bring these things up even if they're in really small detail. And like they'll basically kind of create these really cool stories. And that's one way I feel like AI can be really cool, is that it can actually make NPC interactions in games, instead of like your Oblivion interaction where it's like the same dialogue trees that kind of just connect. It's like, it's actually truly dynamic. You can create triggers and different responses, and AI can react to itself and have like truly dynamic engagements with the player and each other. And that type of stuff, I think, is where AI actually could be used in a really fun way.
oh, dude, you can have that one-off experience. That's where it's really fun, because it is those one-off experiences.
Yes.
And it's that catching you off guard and then relatable, because it's more of a human reaction or interaction.
Yeah, exactly.
Of something you did way back when. Oh, hey, this little thing on that. The one person someone rode through, and now this is unfolding over here in this side of the world that affects you. And you're like, huh?
Dude, actually reminds me, General Sam is one of my favorite YouTubers. He had this video where he played Skyrim, and he used like an AI mod, and like he basically talks to this bear because like he got stuck in a cave, and he's like talking to the bear, and he's like, hey, don't kill me, bear, like I'm only trying to do this and that. And then like he has this conversation with the bear, and he's like, oh, but this guard over there killed my son, and like that guard in game actually killed like another bear. And like he created like this whole fucking story where they went together to go kill this guard, and then like after they killed the guard, like the bear was like, thank you for that, and he goes back to his cave and stuff. And it was like fucking freaky. It was like almost alive. But that's like an incredibly unique thing that would only happen in his playthrough because of the way that he interacted with it. And like,
so dope.
It's crazy. And for me, like, I think stuff like that is where AI could be used in a really positive way. because it's not necessarily like chat GTP, make me an RPG. It's like, no, it's like a feature, and it really makes the game feel alive. And it also makes it so that each individual's experience, depending on how they play the game, is incredibly unique. So like you could, like Dwarf Fortress, you could have like millions of simulated interactions essentially from different outcomes and situations. That shit's fucking awesome.
And they're deep stories, and you get that. Oh man, I'm just thinking of the reels or the content made from it, especially when it's that
dude, they're
unique,
funny.
dude.
They're really funny.
That's everyone's going to be running towards it. It's like, oh man, I want to play this just to see what happens.
For sure.
Let me push the envelope on these characters or the world, and let's see what fucking happens.
Just like it's really just experimentation, and that's always a good thing I love about games that let you basically apply yourself in any way, and just like, maybe if I try this and this happens, and you can just kind of use your own logic. But that also requires the game to be built in a way where the developers have thought about this. They actually put intention and thought behind a lot of those designs, and not a lot of games really do that. Like I still play AAA games today where I go up and shoot a water puddle and there's no splash. The bullet just goes through the water, no effect happens, and I'm just like, dude, like how do you as a developer that has tens of millions of dollars fuck up such a small detail? You know what I mean? It blows my mind.
Have you watched Anytime Austin?
No.
He's a YouTuber you might like. I actually think you'll really like his content. It is just, I'll read off a couple of his video titles and you'll be like, oh yeah, I fuck with that shit. He has, how many trees are there in Skyrim?
Oh, okay.
What's actually illegal in Grand Theft Auto? Can you conduct a census in Red Dead Redemption 2? Can you live a normal life in Cyberpunk 2077? What's on the edge of Skyrim? Are Grand Theft Auto's airports realistic? So he goes in and breaks down
everything.
Dude, like New Vegas has 0 unemployment rate. He goes into these cities and video games and just checks the unemployment rate. And then he'll break down who's employed, why they're...
what they do with their life.
Dude, yeah.
That's
and
crazy.
they'll like follow him. But his content is so good. And it's so autistic because he talks about like rivers and how, like, he has a video about rivers in Red Dead and what's possible, what's not possible, how it would do in the real life. Oh, that's actually a real river. This is a reference to that. And you're like, homie, what?
Yeah, honestly, that's some shit that I think only like he would ever think of. You know what I mean? That's kind of what makes him unique, and that's cool.
And then you get to see, I talked to him, man, he had maybe 60,000 when I talked to him at the beginning of last year. He's at 1.4 million. Whoa. All his videos started getting like 2 to 5 million views. And these are like an hour long.
People like the long form informational based stuff. They really do.
Bro, if you can break that shit down like it, they jump into it. And he's like, this is wild.
That's fun, man.
But he's really, really fun to watch. I'll have to send him.
Send me the link.
Yeah, you'll like that.
I'm down to check that shit out.
Just go super in depth. We can talk real quickly, just so y'all understand. We have a game right now. It's a wish list, and we are working on stuff. We're keeping it. It's cool. Klean can do a better way of describing it in a however secret manner he wants, or not secret manner he wants.
Well, we don't want to spoil everything, but we're making a really cool game with
we can
a team.
say the name, right?
Yeah, we can. Yeah. Scabland is the name of the game. It's on Steam. We have a demo out right now, but keep in mind the demo is probably like 4 or 5 months old, and compared to like what we have internally now,
He's insane.
Since we brought you guys on as like a partner, the game has leveled up tremendously. Like it's shaping up to be a banger, and it's a really accessible game. It's a really cool retro pixel art style post-apocalyptic survival game, and we have a lot of really fun plans for it. And we don't want to spoil too much, but you guys can go check it out on Steam. Scabland, and you guys can find it. It should be pretty easy to find.
Wish list, or is the demo still available?
Yeah, demo's still available for now.
So you got either or, and we're having a lot of fun with, again, everyone is in their lane crushing it, and you have some really cool stuff in the works. But even with the quest, the characters, you're going to see a lot of your favorite people or references to people.
Yeah.
And we get to just have a good time with it, which is awesome. And again, the entire team is autistic level of detail on their specific craft.
we're all part of like the same culture. Like everybody on the team, like we all love like it's from a franchise called Stalker. Stalker kind of created like the post-apocalyptic sci-fi. I mean, Fallout kind of too, but Stalker is more like that Eastern European like grittiness,
Chernobyl.
We're just really big fans of like that universe and that like specific type of subgenre, and we're all really part of the culture. And first and foremost, we're all just wanting to make a game that we want to play, that we would enjoy. And it's also a game that's incredibly accessible because it's a 2D pixel art game. It can run on Steam Decks, it can run on consoles, it can run on any computer. You know what I mean?
It's almost on a phone, right?
We probably could put it on a phone. I mean, the coders that we have on the team, like our engineers, they're really smart. They keep finding ways to make the game run better, even though it already runs good.
Optimize the shit out of it.
They're
It's
just-
awesome.
yeah.
That's one of my favorite parts. It's like, look what we can do now. We found this one little thing and change, and
Yeah.
and you're like,
Yeah.
holy
Yeah.
shit.
We got some, like I said, we got some really good engineers on the team, and they're also really passionate. They get on every day and they're just like super down to work on the game. They're enthusiastic and they feel like a really good sense of ownership when it comes to like making the game. And like that to me, I think is so essential on any game development team. And one of the reasons why I feel like big studios, they can't really like capture that feeling in the game anymore, because like a lot of people who are working on those games, they're separated. Like for example, Battlefield 6, 3 different studios across the world worked on the same game together in different areas. And like they all worked on different parts of the game and then they put it together. And it's like, there has to be a level of disconnect there, because your companies are so big and separate. Not all your developers are going to be on the same page. And like there's going to be problems that occur, and like some kind of like I don't want to say conflict of interest, but like some kind of conflict within the design of the game that's going to happen like naturally, just because you aren't all on the same page.
3 studios is wild, because it is, even making movies, that's what happened towards the end of Game of Thrones. It was different film teams and different locations all filming at the same time. And when the director's not there, or you have multiple directors and then different story writers, shit's gonna fail.
Yeah, like some things are going to get lost in communication, and you know that's going to eventually show on the end product.
I'm really excited. I think a lot of people, the weapon customization.
Yes, we actually just flushed that out. Like I basically told them, I'm like, look, we need to have the base receiver for an M4 and AK, and we need to be able to swap everything out. Pistol grips, handguards, butt stocks, extra attachments, grips, laser sight, muzzle brakes, optics. You need to be able to basically go in and like build a gun basically, you know, and like be able to have fun with a lot of that itemization, because like you can go in and be looting and then you're like, oh, new handguard, this has better stats, and you put it on your gun. You got to bring it back to your workbench, install it. We have like a cool UI for it where you're like actually building the gun and putting it together. And that kind of stuff is really satisfying to me, because like, at least for these types of games, a lot of the appeal is like going in and finding a bunch of different items, and it's a lot of like inventory management. But it's like, if you're a little loot goblin and you like finding new stuff, you're like, ooh, new item, oh, what's this? And you just keep picking more stuff up, and then you got to lug it all back to base, and hopefully you don't get shredded apart by mutants on the way there. It's a really good time. And like I said, we're all really excited to build something that we want to play.
Can't wait. I'm fucking so excited for it.
Me too, dude.
Soon. That's all we'll say. Soon. When you hear it
TM.
on Unsub and every other channel at the same time, then it's a ghost.
Yeah, you guys will know.
It's this year. Well, we will say that. I
Yeah.
can say that. So, Mr. Klean, what have you? Most people know you. Rewinding a bit in your life, you came, as you said, like different households. You grew up the poor side, and then on the weekends when were with your dad, oh shit, okay, dad's doing good, da, 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 da.
Yeah.
But how much of that paved your life going into joining the military? for the Marines?
Honestly, I was like 17, 18 in high school. You know, I grew up in Oregon, Eugene, Oregon, which is like a college town. University of Oregon's right there. And, you know, everybody's like talking about applying to colleges and school and stuff like that. And like, man, in high school, I fucking hated school. I hated homework. I hated fucking this Rothschild bullshit educational system that we have. It fucking sucks. And I feel like I knew that like at a younger age. I was like, you know what? I'm going to join the Marine Corps. And like, I thought that was a better idea for some reason. And I went in and, you know, went through boot camp, and I was a combat engineer. I was just a reservist. I never deployed. I just death by PowerPoint and all that bullshit. And, you know, I was in for 6 years, and, like, I don't know. I didn't want to do what everybody else was doing. I wanted to do something harder. Like, I was like, man, I just want to struggle for some reason. It was like, before I even knew what Berserk was, I wanted to suffer. Like,
Yeah, I want to be a struggler.
yeah, I wanted to be a struggler. And even when I was in the reserves, I was an amateur MMA fighter for like 4.5 years. I
Yeah.
had like 12 or 13 fights. I forgot. I started out just doing Muay Thai fighting, and eventually got into cage fighting. And I didn't do it because I wanted to go pro. I just wanted to train. I wanted to hone myself and my body and train. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just,
Hey, you old like me? Just had my birthday. 41. I'm halfway to passing. So on an episode of Unsub, when we do have a couple drinks, even 2, it is going to hurt the next day for me. Legit, 2 drinks, tomorrow's gonna, Guess how I've stopped that? I can function the next day. Counteract what you did to your liver earlier that day. And all you have to do is open one of these. Or you get the giant bottle of those 2, which is dope. Seriously though, even if you're like me, where it is, hey, you don't drink that often, but it just hits when you do, this is a lifesaver. The live shows, these save my life for the live shows. Cheers Restore is a dual action after alcohol aid. The ingredients support the brain and the liver. Originally invented by a dude in Princeton. Never heard of that school. Based on the research of a novel compound, DHM. What's DHM? Well, that has demonstrated to papa to the liver and the brain and help it, like in a good papa. Here's the quick brief. Cheers will make you feel 50% better the next day or money back. That's it. Same night out, way better morning with Cheers. And for a limited time, our listeners are getting 20% off if you use Say Hi at cheershealth.com. Just head to cheershealth.com and use code Say Hi for 20% off. And afterwards, they're going to be like, yo, where did you hear from Say Hi to Eli? Sent me. What's up? You want to fight? Bettering yourself.
Yeah, I don't know why I chose the decisions that I did. I just I happened to join the Marine Corps, be an MMA fighter, and do that for a while, and then eventually I got an offer from a Russian game studio to start streaming their game and work for them because I was just active on their forums and was talking about their game a lot. They're like, hey, this young Marine would be a great, representative for a game over to those Americans. And I was like, sure, yeah, I'll help you guys out, whatever. Your game's fun. And that's how I kind of got into content creation, and I really can't explain it. It's just all kind of happened. All I know is that even when I was very young, thinking back into middle school, I'd always tell people I wanted to be a soldier or a firefighter or a cop, some kind of service position or something like that, because those were the people that I really looked up to when I was little. But deep down, I always knew I was you're gonna work with games, you're gonna help make video games, because I was always a gamer since I was really young, ever since the original Nintendo and stuff and Game Boys. And it's, like I said, it's unexplainable. I just happened to show up here. Here I am 10 years later, starting to work on my own games.
You're like, hey, but it's awesome that you didn't lose that passion, or you just used everything else as building blocks to get with what your dream was that you didn't realize, or you knew it's I want to make games. It was a 10-year process that didn't happen overnight. I do think a lot of people think shit's gonna happen overnight, and then after a year they're like, well, that dream's not a possibility, time to give up. And you're like, homies, what, you tried for a year and you gave up after a year? That's not how this works majority of the time. Not at all. Yes, you'll have the one-offs that blow up overnight, but for the most part it is a very slow process and a build up. And
honestly, it's a lot of the relationships that I built over the years. It's the people that I've gotten to know, people within the content creation space, game developers, the relationships that I built, even working with Scabland, Lucas, my boss, he's literally 6-7 year subscriber of mine on my channel. He's been watching my stream for 6-7 years. And he eventually he would be trying to rope me in and be like, hey, we need to meet up and talk about this. And I was like, yeah. I was just kind of busy with other stuff. But eventually I was like, okay, Lucas, yeah, let's sit down and let's talk about this. What do you want to build? And then, that's kind of how all this started. And, how we were kind of talking about earlier, you can't build a game by yourself. I didn't get to where I am just because of me. It was all of the help and people that I met along the way, who I collaborated with, you guys, if you guys don't know this, one of the reasons I moved to Texas was because of Eli. Back when we started hanging out 5 or 6 years ago. It was before 2020 shot or something like that.
Yeah. So 6 years ago,
something like that.
7 almost.
And so the reason why I am where I am today is because of everybody around me. I can't really take all the credit. That would be wrong of me, And I feel that's just really important in life, is just to have people around you that genuinely want to see you succeed and they're interested in what you're doing, but they themselves are also independently successful.
Wait, literally? See, this is why, if you guys want to know why I hang out with individuals like Klean, this is why I am going to reach. So just the timing on that cracks me up. We're fixing getting the thumbnail for a Say Hi episode, and the title was show just said stop. Some of the topics that were used: stop making excuses. Nico's home said finding purpose, managing businesses, surrounding yourself with winners. And then the title now is why you need to surround yourself with winners. So that's the title of the episode that will be coming out for that one. But it is how important your circle is I don't think a lot of people understand how important your circle is. And if you're surrounded by winners or people that are independently just trying to crush life, you're going to also crush life a majority of the
That's
time.
how usually it works. I mean, like if you go to a gym and you're working out with a bunch of shitbags who aren't really putting in effort, you're not going to put in effort. If you go to the gym and you're like, fuck, all these people are putting in a lot of effort, trying their hardest, I might too. Unless you're just a little punk bitch and then you just like, you know, you just can't match that energy and you give up because you're a quitter.
And then those friends won't be around you because they're
No, they
not
won't
like,
be
well, we'll lower ourselves to their standard.
No, that's always the worst. I mean, and you also need people who are willing to call you out on your bullshit and let you know, like, hey, this is a stupid idea. Don't fucking do this, you retard. You know, you need those checks. Like, it's okay to have yes men and like have positivity in your life, but like it gets to a point where it's like toxic positivity and it's just misguiding you and you're just going to end up fucking up and falling flat on your face.
Rewind to the beginning with the streamers that are in that position of nothing but yes men.
Yes.
And they are built an audience that cannibalizes them the second they don't agree with one of the something stupid and you don't go with the flow. Your audience is now eating you alive because you're not virtuous enough.
Oh man, it's awful. And like then you get like people who are like yes men, even though they know your behavior's wrong, they still will like what's the word I'm looking for? They'll basically just kind of go along with it. They'll just be like, oh, I mean, what he said was pretty shitty, but like
complacent in
whatever.
actions.
Sure.
It's just like that. Oh, well, they said it, I didn't.
Yeah.
So you didn't check them on that though.
Yeah.
That's your friend or
yeah,
best
but
friend.
if I did, then like they would get mad at me and then I would maybe lose money or followers or, you know, whatever.
Which is wild to have that mindset and then seeing it, especially that's, I think the problem with Twitch right now is that is the forefront. It might be the minority, but it's so much what is presented to Twitter or whatever. It is the negative people with the dumb. Sure.
Oh man, even today, like I posted something on X. You know, Arc Raiders, right? So I completed the expedition, which is basically like their prestige, like you wipe your account.
Yep.
And I haven't played since I wiped. And then there's a window where you can do it again this time because it's every like 2 months. And in about like 8 to 9 hours, I completed like the expedition. And I posted about that on Twitter, but I didn't get like the extra money on top of that to get the skill points, which I can still work on. I still have like 3 days to do it. And I was like, hey guys, look, I did this thing, you know, I progressed like kind of quick. And people were like, you didn't even get the fucking extra money for the skill points. Why are you flexing about this? Why are you posting about this? And it was just like, I don't know, man, like on social media, sometimes you just post your thoughts. You're just
I
like
was proud of myself.
Yeah, it's just, I just want to share this. Some people think it's cool. And then you get people who want to try and demean you and like beat you down over nothing. Like it's literally a video game. It's literally a video game. And like, now you want to one up me and or like, I don't want to say emasculate, but like you're trying to peg me down somehow, some way on social media about a game.
It's like, yeah, bro. 2 views. Yelling in the ether.
Yeah, no, that's what it is. And honestly, like I started, at least on X, I started just blocking a lot more people now because I've noticed like if you, with X especially, because it is a very negative platform, it's designed to rage bait you and get you mad to engage with it. If you just like mute and or block people pretty often, eventually your algorithm will start to, I don't know, be a little bit more positive. And I guess you could say you're kind of creating an echo chamber there, and that is kind of true. But sometimes like if you're going on social media and just going way out of pocket over something that doesn't really deserve or need that type of reaction, you're probably deserving of getting blocked and getting told to shut the fuck up.
It's like Reddit and X they're almost the opposite ends of the same coin. And it is both platforms. I try to do minimal viewing because it is so negative.
It is.
Oh
and I'm also
God,
I'm really tired of seeing and people dying in Ukraine. Like it's exhausting. It really is fucking exhausting. It's like, we can't just keep normalizing this and thinking that this is okay and this is content you can consume.
No,
it's not. That's not for normal behavior. That shit's depressing as fuck.
That's why I like my YouTube's a nice, like refreshing. It's There's no slop getting fed to me unless I really chose to like watch slop on slop on slop. Then it would be like, oh, this is what you want.
Yeah.
But it's like, oh, you like X, Y, and Z. Here's some racing. Here's some sci-fi space stuff. Here's some books. Here's some tutorials on editing or whatever. I'm like,
I do the same thing on Reddit. I don't go on like the homepage ever, but it's like I just subscribe to like some meme communities that I like, some games that I like to follow because there's cool like community posts for those, and I cater it and I control it really well. And like if something isn't really relevant to me, I'd be like, hey, don't fucking show me this anymore. Don't want to see this. Get the fuck off my feed. And it's just like it's always kind of like poking and prodding you. It's like, engage with me. Engage with me. Engage with this. Look at this.
Open up this comment section. It will surely make you very mad, and you'll actually scroll down and read through all of them. Like, these are real people that can vote. These are real people.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I kind of believe so. A little bit of history about me. I played a lot of Tarkov. If you guys know what Tarkov is, that's what got me into streaming. And I have a reputation with that community that I somehow single-handedly ruined the game, even though like I wasn't really ever in a position where I had like a game design position with them. Like granted, like I had one of the lead developers a year and I would give them feedback on things that I felt were broken. Sometimes like some people disagree with those things. And for me, like, you know, that's okay. Like some people want things to be more casual. Some people want things to be more hardcore. I always looked for the more hardcore, like more authentic, immersive gameplay mechanics and experiences. That's what I wanted the game for. Some people obviously didn't jive with that, and that's fine. But
Tarkov is, I will just say, that is a hardcore game. I hate when you're not going into that game and being like, I just want to learn it in 5 hours and then just enjoy the game. That is not a game you're learning in 5 out 10, 20, 30 hours.
And shit, where the fuck was I going with that? I actually kind of forgot.
Somebody posting, but you min-maxing on, or hey, I didn't have a developer's ear, or I just had their ear, but I wasn't creating the process, and how much hate you got on Reddit for being single-handedly destroying the Tarkov.
Yeah. So
world.
basically, like, I have this like persona of like, I basically ruined this game, even though like I'm just a dude. I'm not in Russia making this game, coding it, making executive decisions on how certain things are supposed to be done. And, you know, like I've gotten so much flack over the years. And, like, this is where I was going with it. And like, I was basically going to say like I think a lot of this like hate that's online, I think a lot of it is just bots. I don't think a lot of it are real people.
60% of Reddit is apparently bots.
Yes. And so the one I realized that I've actually, like, I have bots that come after me specifically where, like, I remember I commented something about Battlefield 6 on Twitter, and one of the comments was, shut the fuck up, you don't even play Tarkov anymore. And I read that and I was just like, no normal person would read this tweet about Battlefield 6 and reference a completely another game. It made me realize, I was like, was a lot of the hate that I was getting from this game and others, just from my opinions about them, were they even real people the entire time? It really made me question that. And that's when I actually started blocking more people on X, because I was like, I don't even think these are fucking real people. They don't follow me. And like, they're reacting in a way that just doesn't seem like how somebody would normally react. Not to say that people can't, like, you know, use the anonymity of the internet to say just fucking retarded shit, because they do all the time. But like, it just made me realize, like, holy fuck, I think these are all bots. I don't think a majority of this negativity is actually real. It's only done this way to make me react somehow.
And then in that, you can get reactions from other people, because then that bot statement will get traction because now you're responding, and it can go more and more. And I truly believe that is Reddit, Twitter, whatever platform it is. There is a shit ton more bots than people think, because Reddit apparently is 40 to 60%.
60% bots? Ooh.
That's like a couple of studies, and one individual, we talked about it on Unsub, or kind of consider one of them, but it was, I seen a guy, how he was responding to bots, and he would just start asking one question. He's like, oh yeah, majority of these are bots. Here's how you can tell. Ask them what state they live in. They're going to never reply with that, and what they will do is it will trip up their system, and then it will repeat verbatim what they've said before.
And just copy paste.
Yeah, and sure as shit, I was going through his history. Like,
that's freaky, bro.
Oh, yep. Here's exactly what state are you in? But what state are you from? But what state are you from? Bot. Repeat up here, and then it just cycles over. And then he had I forget the other ways, but it was one of those things where you just got to see a bot response, and then all the people that would tag onto it or other bots to create another talking point of hatred or whatever just to cause discourse, and then people would run off in that, and you're like, you guys are fighting over a bot saying something.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like I said, I think a lot of it is like just trying to like harvest human reaction and emotion. Like if you can get everybody to like, you know, basically, I know this sounds kind of cringe, but be on the same like frequency, you know, emotionally speaking, it will kind of create a reality out there. At least this is what I actually
look
believe.
where we are right now.
Yeah.
Look at how the level of separation you have, and like the middle ground, there's probably a majority of people are in the middle. You would not know that on social media because they weaponize both sides so much with the bots, with their discourse, and now there is no middle ground. And it's the, if you don't view exactly like this, you're Nazi or a piece of shit, or this other side libtard, and you're like, and it's the outliers, but it's so loud now on social media.
Yeah, no, I mean, I truly believe, especially in the States, I actually believe there's a lot of Americans, I mean, specifically Americans, who are more or less like on the same page, I believe, on a lot of stuff. But we're made to be convinced, at least online, that we're actually way more divided than we actually are. And of course, there is discourse in our country. Like we are very divided, right? But like, I feel like
so privileged though.
We do got it pretty good, man. It's nice over here.
That's what I always am like. If you think it's the end of times and we're in Nazi Germany, World War II,
man,
you're a fucking idiot.
Not like that. It's not like that at all. But like, I feel like if you were to go like, I don't know, door to door and just interact with people as they are, like most people would be very friendly and like not trying to kill each other.
No. Like, I'm not sure if I know Darnell, his family was so worried when he moved down here.
I remember that, dude. No, I remember that. They're like, how are those Texans? Are they treating you okay? Are they like fucking trying to drag you by a truck or something? He's like, what the fuck? No, like,
dude, they thought that we had our like Klean outfits on when we picked him up for the airport, and it's like, no, Darnell's quite fine. And you just got to see that reaction from everything they've read, and it's wild because it's like, no, everyone's pretty fucking chill, actually. Pretty cool out here.
Where I'm from in Eugene, Oregon, it's actually one of like the one of the like widest per capita like states in America. And even like I want to say, what was it, like in the 1800s, Oregon was actually a white only state. They had white slaves there. Like black slaves weren't even allowed in the state back then. And
I never knew this. That's wild.
And so where I grew up, like it was mostly white, like liberals, and like there was like this like almost reverse racism there. It was kind of weird, like because you'd be in a restaurant, if like a black person walked in, like everybody would stare at them, but not in like a hostile way or anything like that, but it was like in a way where they were like I said, it's just this weird reverse racism where they'd treat them better than each other. Does that make sense?
Darnell talked about this when he moved to San Francisco, and he was on a date with his white girlfriend, and he was like, dude, I was just trying to eat with my girl, and then you have these fucking white people coming up to me like, oh my god, that is so, I love your couple, you two, do it, represent.
Yeah,
this is how biracial couples are, how everything should be. God, your struggles. And he's like, okay, now you're just making me feel stupid because why the fuck are you doing this?
It reminds me because like in my early 20s, I'm 32, just so you guys know, or I'll be 32 in April. But in my early 20s, like a majority of my friends, when I was like doing MMA training, they were mostly black, and like we'd hang out at the pool, we'd barbecue. They showed me how to roll backwoods and shit. We smoke weed, and they'd always tell me like, you know, man, like one of the reasons why we like kicking it with you is because like you don't really treat us different like a lot of the other white people here. Like you just talk to us normally. We don't see you act different with us than other white people. We see people like talk to us and be like, oh, yo, what's up, man? Like they'd be like switching their slang and shit, and they're just like, you don't do that. And then I was like, well, I mean, yeah, it's because I'm not a racist. Like I'm just being myself. I want to be authentic. And it was just so weird to see growing up because I could always recognize it. And I always thought it was like, does nobody else think this is weird? Like this. I don't know. It's fucking strange to me.
It is that, well, we're fighting the good fight. I don't know. It's one of those weird things where I will never understand it because it is reverse racism where you are putting individuals on a pedestal or putting your own people down for shit ancestors did, which again, if this is how I break this down. No healthy therapist or successful therapist has ever said, hold on to the past. Live by that. You want to make a change in your life? Just really hold on to that past and never move on. Therapy. No. You know what they say?
That's a good
Fucking
analogy.
work through it. Better yourself. You want to let go of the past. That's not a new sentence for anyone. Let go of the past and move forward.
Yeah.
So that idea of holding on to it to that degree is fucking wild to me.
No, for
And then
sure.
that's how you get reverse racism, where it's like fighting the black man's plight or the Mexican man's plight because white Karen from suburbs can
Moms of America
feel
fuck
better.
so much, but and
Dude.
fuck the HOA too. Honestly,
Dude, yeah.
why the fuck did they make that shit?
It is. I think a lot of people just do not like to take that look at themselves, or it's self-reflection and then understanding. It's like, oh, if I do this or a race does this, can all other races do that or all other people? Because if you go, let's say, black or brown pride and then white pride's the illegal one, it's like even, and that's coming from a Mexican, Asian, whatever the fuck, like I still like, well, if you guys can do it, I don't know, like what's the problem?
Yeah, no, I mean, I kind of agree. Like, you know, like I'm half Palestinian, like half like Norwegian, pretty much.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, I'm not like a, you know, white power, white privilege, but I'm at the same time, it's like,
Do you?
yeah, do you? But I'm not going to tell you no. But like, if other people are doing that in a peaceful way, like, why is it evil? I don't know. I think it's just the way that we've been conditioned. But to be fair, like throughout history, like, you know, white men did a lot of fucked up shit, but so did a lot of other races and other people. I mean,
Chinese fucking killed a lot.
Yeah.
Japanese fucking killed a lot.
Yeah.
A lot up until what Korea has. That Bobby Lee clip is one of my favorites. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's Bobby Lee, put it up right here. Bobby Lee going, no, the Korean people have never done slavery or anything. And then his host was like, no, fuck off. Yes, they have. He's like, dude, Google it. Korean people have never done slavery. We're just too respectful. And then they're reading off the Google wiki, and it's like, Korea has the longest unbroken chain of slavery
Oh my God.
and humankind. And he was like,
I was wrong.
yeah, so wrong. He's like, oh my God, my people are terrible.
Yeah.
It's like, no, that's what everyone did, was like slavery was part of.
Every religion, every culture, everybody had slaves.
Yeah.
And who sold people the slaves?
Usually they're people.
Yeah.
It's a crazy concept.
I mean, in a way, like, I mean, like, you know, slavery is still very real through our prison system, and, you know, I guess a lot of like corporate, like wage slave jobs, because that's what people call it nowadays. It's like you're a wage slave.
Yeah.
And it's fucking depressing. I honestly kind of fucking hate it. It's like, it's kind of the dark side about being a, you know, capitalist, is like, it's very, there are, every part has its dark side, unless it's communism, then it's just all bad.
Yeah, all bad. And it is, because it is like capitalism. You're like, fuck yes, if you work hard.
Yeah, you can succeed. And
And a lot of us we represent that American dream where we
course.
came from poverty. We weren't given a company. We had to work hard. We joined the military, which most people don't do that because they're smart or they had better opportunities. And then we were like, no.
unless you're me, because my dad offered to pay for all my college.
Oh, see?
But I was just like, nah, I'm gonna join the Marine Corps. This is such a good idea. Like,
I'm going to fucking nail this
my
shit.
family from Palestine was not happy about.
I
me
bet
joining the Marine.
not.
They were not stoked. They were not stoked.
So I get free college. You got free college. Well, I'm going to be a Marine.
Yeah,
Love a country, yo.
pretty much. I don't regret it though. I mean, I love the Marine Corps. I love everything it taught me.
Dude, because it teaches you that perseverance, and then when shit sucks, one foot in front of the other. That's I always everything now is road marching. That's what I struggled with because I'm not tall, and it sucks. But there was always light at the end of the tunnel of, okay, I just got one more mile, or 10 more miles.
Yeah,
Okay.
almost there. Yeah.
I just don't stop, and I'll be fine. God, this sucks. God, this sucks. You've done road marching. It's just you and your thoughts.
Yeah, you're just kind of looking at the ground, being bored, and you just keep walking, then your legs hurt, and you're like breathing heavy, and you're like, fuck, I'm in pain. Well, I guess we'll just keep going.
Yep.
Then you see the guy falling out behind you, and you're like, well, at least I'm not suffering as bad as that guy. But you can't let him fall out, though. You got to wait for him.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
come on, we gotta go. And that's that's why I'm super appreciative of the military, was all those shit, all the struggles. Struggles are how you get better, how you build perseverance, how you develop yourself, and how you better yourself. You don't better yourself if everything's easy.
That's
if
true.
you pick up a basketball, you shoot it, you nail it, pick up a yo-yo, play chess, and you're just good, you're not going to be great because you're like, look, that was easy.
I'm already good at this. I've mastered it. You always have to have the mindset of a student. If you feel like you've learned everything there is to learn, you're never going to learn anything new.
No. And I think, I forget what study I was reading, but adults, it's one of our downfalls is if something is hard or difficult, you do not put in the time or effort now because, that's going to take time to get good at.
Yeah.
I don't have time for that. You do.
You do.
You do.
You can just put the time in every day and it all adds up. Even if it's like 20, 30 minutes a day.
I did a month. We were just talking about this. That's one of my series that I did a month and I learned 3 things and I spent 10 to 20 minutes a day. That was it every day for 30 days. And I got fucking good. And I need to release that because I just wanted to motivate people of, look, hey, like, fucking, I didn't even know what I was doing in this. I did this for 20 minutes a day. Look how far I came in that. Any of you can do that. Adults, though, are, I'm too busy. I don't want to do that. Same for the gym or whatever it is. Versus, as long as you put in the time or effort, you can master some really cool shit.
No, for sure.
And I think adults struggle with that. But the military really teaches you don't have an option. Like, you're going to get good at shooting, you're going to get good at road marching and PT, and you're going to do it each and every time,
even if you suck.
And you have to do it for 3 to 6 years or 7 years, however long. Just fucking weather through the storm, and you will come out way, way stronger at the end of the day.
I mean, that's one thing I realized, especially coming out of basic. And they told me this. They're like, when you go back on your break and you're with your family and you're kind of going around civilians, you're going to see how much other people are kind of shitbags. And like, it's not a good thing because you're kind of putting yourself on a pedestal and you're judging them, but it does make you realize how undisciplined and shitty people are. Like, especially, people who are just always comfortable and they're always seeking the easy way out. And like, unfortunately so, we kind of live in a society where like, that's just kind of the norm. We have a lot of convenience now. Like, everything just comes so easily. You can just get shit delivered to your house instantly. You can fucking have food delivered.
I don't have time. I don't have time to cook.
DoorDash.
I don't have time to cook. How can you cook me? I don't have time to gym. I have a job. And you're like, brother in Christ, you'll enjoy this one because this is my individual saying this. I talked about this last time and they were saying, I don't have time. I was in college and I was a bartender. I didn't have time to meal prep or go to the gym. And it goes with anyone that says, I don't have time. I don't have time to do X. I can't go to the gym. That's an hour a day. Like, you've heard this. God, you're in shape. So you've heard this a lot. Or even when you're streaming, people are like, oh, well, it must be nice to have the time. I have X, Y, and Z.
Oh, dude, you hear about that gaming all the time. It's like, oh, this game can't be hard because I'm a dad with 20 kids and I only have 20 seconds to play every evening. So the game needs to be easier to cater to me. That happens all the time in gaming. It's super annoying, bro.
So it's like, those games aren't built for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Accept that. But that's all you take. That's literally, it's like, I'm fine if you say, I don't want to go to the gym. I don't want to meal prep. That is your American right.
You're owning up to it.
Yeah. Exactly. You are owning up to it. Saying I don't have time is where I get pissed because I'm like, homie, I work many more hours than you, and I make time for these things. I know people that work many hours and make time for these. And then I did the math for it. I was like, here, this individual it's not going to click. I'll put it down into math for them. I was like, okay, hey. I said, spend 2 hours, 1 hour a day, 2 days a week on meal prep. So 2 hours of meal prep a week. You can meal prep a shit ton with that.
Especially if you're cooking like good, mineral dense meals.
Yeah. You're like 2 hours.
Rice and chicken and some steamed vegetables.
And ground beef and all of that and you do that twice a week and you have your entire meals made for the week. So it's like, okay, let's say 7 hours a week or 28 hours a month. That's if you do 5 hours of gym and 2 hours of meal prep a week. So 7 hours total for 5 days of the gym, 2 hours of meal prep. I was like, so 28 hours a month in total. Let's say you have a 30-day month. That comes out to 720 hours in a month. 28 hours of gym and cooking a month. 160 hours if you work 40 hours a week. So in a single month, that goes to 240 hours. Now, let's equate sleep. No, sorry. 160 hours if you work 40 hours a week. So 4 times 40, you're going to have 160. Now, if you're getting 8 hours of healthy sleep a night, that's 240 hours in that month. Now you still have 292 hours left over. So sleep, 240 hours. Work, 160 hours. That's a 40-hour job and 8 hours of sleep a night. You are left with 292 hours a night or a month to do shit with. But let's say you work 60 hours a week. I was just like, you know what? This dude's going to, well, I worked more than 40 hours. I was like, okay. So 60 hours a week. So that 240 hours a month, that's 240 hours a month. So 60 times 4, 240. So 240 hours of work a month, 240 hours of sleep a month, plus 28 hours of gym and meal prep. You are left with 220 hours to do whatever the fuck you want. And you're going to say,
don't have time, bro. Sorry. I mean, I found out, like, I really stopped associating with, like, the pathological liars and the people who really convince themselves that they're losers and they can't do things. It's so easy to see.
Cut those people out of your life.
Yeah,
like Klean will tell you so fast too.
Just cut them out of your fucking life. They're a waste of your time. Don't involve yourself with them. It's a toxic relation to have. You're going to be better in the long run, even without them. Even if you think you need them, it's one of those cringe things where it's like holding on hurts more than, letting go.
They're not going to change.
No, they're not.
People think, oh, well, that individual, they can change or I can change them. Neither is going to happen.
You can't fix her, bro. Trust me.
Yeah, and especially after 25, like the prefrontal cortex is fully developed, 25 to 28, and that shit is locked in.
Yeah.
You're not going to have that major shift, and you are just stuck with a friend or individual that is drags you down. And like we've all went through that where it is, fuck. Well, they're good friends. It doesn't matter. They did not have your back at the end of the day, and they are a leech to whatever you're going to do or accomplish.
Yep. 100%.
And then your life's infinitely more happy.
Yeah. And stress-free. Less stress, more happiness makes you age slower, man.
Yes, dude. And I think a lot of people, if it's not friendship side, it is relationship side, and finding healthy, happy relationships, like a girlfriend, a spouse, can happen.
No, 100%,
doesn't have to be
sure.
miserable, which I dude, it is wild to hear how many people think, or I've heard say, well, relationships, they're a lot of work.
I mean, like, they don't have to be I mean, sure they can be in some areas. Like,
Facets,
I do believe there's 100% healthy compromise, but healthy compromise should never really be like a massive hurdle or like a massive change in your persona or identity in terms of how you feel about yourself, because I mean, at least I know this is corny as fuck, but I believe you cannot be in a healthy, happy, loving relationship unless you are in love with yourself. Not in like a sociopathic, self-loathing type of way, or not self-loathing,
narcissistic.
Narcissistic type of way. But like you have to I'm good with who I am. I know what I am. I know what I think. I know what I stand by and what I believe in. And I need somebody who can do the same thing and doesn't necessarily need a codependency on the relationship. You're independent people who are good on their own, but together you're like a powerhouse. That's what every good relationship should be. And
that's going with, you have completed yourself. You're not on a journey looking for a partner to complete you.
Yeah.
You will, another individual should never complete you. You should feel whole by yourself.
Exactly.
And then you will find a healthy partner that will then, they're already completed. They complement you in this relationship and you complement them.
Exactly. No, 100%. And that happens a lot, and people get in those toxic relationships where it's like, the only thing literally holding the relationship together is the sex or something like that. And that's just like an awful toxic relationship to be in. You're only you're only in it for the nut and the dopamine, bro. Just get out of there, bro. You don't need it. It's not worth it.
What I always say is, okay, pause. If this person was the opposite sex, would you be friends with them? Oh no.
Yeah, that's
Why the
great.
fuck are you dating them,
Yeah.
homie? Like, you're gonna marry this
Precisely.
person that if they weren't the opposite sex, you wouldn't be friends with them. What the fuck are you doing, homie?
No, it should not work that way. And it sucks because I mean, some people feel trapped, and you know, they really do convince themselves that they need something else outside of themselves in terms of a relationship, at least, to like be whole and feel good and be happy about themselves, because we're so fucking cooked when it comes to like our dopamine. Like, we get dopamine from so much stuff, and when you're in a good relationship, like, you get a lot of dopamine from that, but it also has the opposite effect. When it's like very toxic, you are going to be getting stressed the fuck out and not be having a good time, bro, with your
But
partner.
when it's good, it's great, man. It's like, yeah, but is that the one? Is that the rare thing? Yeah. Why would you want that? Why would you want like, the highs are really, and then I'm underwater
Yeah,
for
I'm
fucking
drowning, please. It's
Yeah.
lava. Like, I'm burning alive.
fighting. Dude, I've said it. It's happened to me. We discussed this, but even fighting once a week would feel so foreign. And that's a majority of couples. It's
That's how it is for me in my relationship. Like, our fights are usually like really small and short, and then we resolve it pretty quickly.
and you work through it,
Yeah.
and then address the issue
Yes.
and grow together.
And then-
What, you
then you
fucking
move on.
retard?
Yeah.
Why would you ever do that?
Yeah, I know, I'm such a fucking dumb retard.
Sweep it under the rug, bring it up, and fight about it.
Let it
each
build.
and
Let the resentment build up, and then it eventually explodes, and then, you know.
and rinse and repeat, and you
Yeah.
never change a thing. It's healthy for the kids. The kids love it.
Yeah, they love arguing. And honestly, like, you know, I did kind of grow up in a house where, you know, my mom and dad were divorced. They did not like each other. They're really cool now. Like, our family's very close now. But growing up, you know, mom and dad were not on good terms.
Some heat.
My mom and her ex-husband were also not on good terms. A lot of arguing in the house, you know what I mean? And, you know, like, that does affect your kids. Like, trust me. It definitely affected me, but not in a way where I'm like, oh, I have fucking trauma now. I have PTSD. It's like, no, but like, you know, it's not healthy to be around that kind of stuff. You know, and that just kind of is what it is. And you either learn to grow past that and you kind of move on from it, or you can acknowledge like, oh, fuck, we're fighting a lot, and then we have our kids here. Oh, how is this affecting them? Are you guys just thinking about yourselves and being self-centered and not really thinking about your child? Or,
Separate, isolate. If you have a conversation, hey, let's not do this around the little one so they can hear or internalize any of this, because at that age they might, I'm at fault or whatever it can be. It's just kids are going to blame whatever. But there's healthy mechanics for a fight, and healthy. I think a lot of people really need to take a step back and read a book or go to therapy and be like, hey,
touch some fucking grass, literally go outside and like literally like look at a tree. Dead ass, like, just going out in nature is good.
vitamin D, fucking
Literally, it's I know it's like, go touch grass, go hug a tree, hippie, but like,
go walk with your spouse outside.
Yeah, that's actually a real thing. Like, it actually helps. It's a good thing to get outside nature.
And I wish more people would focus on themselves in that aspect. It's like, I'll better myself and then I'll hop into a relationship. That sounds like what I need to do, because I get a lot of, well, we've been together for 4 years. Like, that's not a good excuse. Now it's that time sunk fallacy, and that's the only reason you're together, is no changes of being. If you have a fight or the same fight multiple times a month, multiple times a year, you're not doing it right.
No.
That means you swept it under the rug.
Let the resentment build up, and then it explodes.
Every time. And it's going to happen every single time. Versus pull out, address it, see if you can communicate about it, talk about it, establish a change, some give and take, and then move forward and never have it happen again.
I think another good part about that too is that, like, when you're in a relationship, if you like literally tell each other everything all the time, you never have secrets. Like, literally,
my God. It's
like,
the most
don't-
freeing shit in the world.
Just
dude.
like, literally, you just never hide anything against your partner. Don't ever hide anything. Like, literally tell, like,
Why wouldn't I want to make my life harder, Klean? Then I have to remember all my lives. That sounds way fun.
it'd be so much easier that way.
Dude, everyone that goes like, the idea of having like a mistress or cheating, I'm like, why? That sounds like way more stress.
Yeah, that
than
sounds so stressful.
I'd ever want to
That
take
sounds so
on.
stressful. That's actually funny. My girlfriend the other day, she actually had a dream that I cheated on her, and I was like, and she was like kind of mad at me, and I was like, babe, why that was your dream. That was your imagination. Why are you mad at me? But still, like, I eventually was like, you know, babe, I'm sorry you had that dream. You know, I would never cheat on you. I love you, you know, because that's the kind of reassurance they want. But at first I was a little offended because I was like, I would never. Like,
Bitch, that's your brain.
Yeah, I was like, that's your brain. That's your DMT in your head seeing those dreams, all right? That's not me. You know what I mean? I was a little offended, but, you know, like I said, eventually I was like, okay, I kind of understand why she's upset and what she's looking for. She needs the reassurance. And, you know,
Yeah.
because like, they honestly, for her, that's kind of a nightmare. You know what I mean? Like, that wouldn't be a good dream to have. And I understand that. But, it, you know, you have to be able to, like, put your ego aside and try and understand their feelings.
That's the hardest part. It is
Yeah.
putting the ego aside to go, hey, no, I want to fight this because X, Y, and Z. Or
Yeah.
do I want to be like, what are they going through? Why are they going through it? Have I went through anything
Right.
stupid? Oh, yeah, probably. Okay, hey, sorry that happened. Sorry you had that dream. You know I would never do that.
Yeah, of course.
Blah, blah, blah.
And that was the end of it.
"Oh,
That was the end of it. And like, it could have turned into a much bigger fight if I never apologized. And if I just stayed adamant, like, no, that's offensive to me. I would never do that. Blah, 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 blah. Cause it's just like that's actually taking the low road. That's actually a lot harder than just putting your ego aside and just being like, okay, just try and put yourself in their shoes real quick. What would be the quickest way to like solve this problem? And it's just an easy apology and reassurance. That's it.
And then
and that was the end of it.
happy times.
Happy times. Yeah.
Versus, again, if you're fighting multiple times a week, why are you in that? If they were the opposite sex and you fought with your friend multiple times a week, would you be friends with them? If I hung out with Klean and 3 days out of 7 days we're fighting about video games or dumb shit, guess what? Klean and I probably not good friends.
Probably not hanging out. Probably wouldn't be here right now. Like,
Yeah. I'm like, this sucks. This sucks. But they'll be like, whoop. But because it's the opposite sex and it's like, oh, it's my girlfriend, my wife, whoever, it's like, I just got to fight.
yeah. I mean, it's important to have good masculine and feminine energy in a relationship. Like, men and women fill their roles better, and they're both good at like different things. You know, like, men are obviously better in service jobs. Women make better nurses and doctors. Like, that's just the truth. That's just how we are chemically speaking.
We're wired. Literally,
Yeah.
what wired hunters gather. Like,
Yeah.
there
Yeah.
is.
I know this is controversial, but like, I'm not saying like for example, like if a female, or I shouldn't say female, just if a woman can go into a service job and compete physically, mentally, educationally as a man in the same position, they should be able to do the job.
Yep.
But should we lower our standard for requirements of becoming said service member to just appeal for diversity statistics to make people happy on what's on a piece of paper? Absolutely the fuck not.
That's where I think if you have a logical brain, makes the most sense. It should be like, hey, infantry, special forces, whatever. If a woman can do that by man standard, 100% let them join, but not sacrifice. Oh, well, we have to go on this standard.
Let's
because
make
of
it 5 pull-ups instead of 20 now in the Marine Corps, just because girls are struggling to do at least 5. And so now we're going to lower the standard. And, you know, that's just,
That's-
hypothetically speaking, like, I don't think the Marine Corps has ever changed their PT stuff yet. I don't
Army
remember.
did for. Now we went to females can join the infantry, but they do have to hit male standards
Of course.
for that. And I understand the idea. It's like, well, with guys, I'm glad no girls were around when I was deployed because it was 108. It was a battalion worth of dudes out in sector. If you do have a single female, like, and that everyone's hitting on the girl.
Yeah,
Like-
no, for sure. Like, there's going to be some favoritism there. That's
yeah,
kinda how it is.
that's where I get okay, but I do believe, as you're saying, as long as all the standards, skin color, sex doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Hit the standard. I don't give a fuck. Like, I want the best individuals.
Yeah, suited for the job. Yeah.
Yes, I do not care about anything else, and we should not make changes or downgrade the the standard just so they can hit that standard.
Yeah,
like,
it's again, it's a lot of the same thing in politics as it is in games. It's designing all of this shit and changing things for the mythical spreadsheet person that doesn't really exist. It's just something that engages with online that's most likely a fucking bot.
yeah. So equality. It's like, I don't want equality for a business. I'll hire whoever is the best at their fucking position. All I care for.
Yeah.
Show Shows a girl, Irish, whatever the fuck, she crushes her job. That is why Show's in that position. No other reason. I'm like, well, yep, here. Like, don't care about anything else. You are the hardest worker I know in this position.
Yeah.
This is why this is your job.
Precisely.
Versus,
And it's really that simple, but it's just like, people don't see it that way. They're like, no, I tried my hardest, so I deserve to get an award because I tried so fucking hard, even though I didn't actually meet the standard. No, that's just like it's a crazy way to think in my mind. It's like that's not going to get anything done. It's only going to set us back.
yeah, it is that. Here's a participation ribbon because you tried.
You tried hard.
Instead of try harder, you get jack and shit. I like that I got jack and shit. I grew up with jack and shit. It was, Eli, hey, you're dropped out of high school. You joined the infantry. None of this shit goes to the real world. If you want to succeed, it's going to be through hard work, effort, and learning on your own. And then taking that position. Not, well, Mexican thing, come on aboard.
Mexican Asian guy, come on.
Yeah.
Just because you're Mexican and Asian, you're perfect. You'll make our stats look real good.
Yeah, and then I don't learn anything either because I'm not pushing myself as hard. It's just handed to me.
You just get accepted right away without having to put in the work.
And then when you actually have to apply it in something that matters or something big comes up and you have to step the fuck up, you're going to fail because now it's, you're like, oh man, that's fucking
sucks.
stupid.
Yeah, I mean, dude, you see it happen all the time where, some people are obviously underqualified for a job, especially like in police work. I can't think of how many videos Donuts covered of like a police officer, male or female, who's obviously very underqualified and incredibly underperformed and was a danger to themselves and other fucking people around them.
But they had to hit the mark.
Yes, they had to hit the fucking mark. And it's just like, man, like, why are we fucking doing this? Like, I know why, but like, why haven't we changed it yet?
Dude, that has been the craziest thing is watching. It started with like 2010, 2008. When did that really start to take off?
It was like kind of pre-COVID for sure.
Yeah. Like you have that time frame where it just really hit. And I do believe COVID, like 2016 to 2020, you had that full wave of like everyone's equal, doesn't matter, everyone gets a chance, and you're like, I don't think this is a healthy direction we're going in.
No.
And then you see video games, Star Wars, every show, whatever it was, it's no, we're going to modify everything so everyone feels
accepted and included. But again, those are the mythical spreadsheet people that aren't really real.
Yeah.
They're not the actual like consumer base. Not to say that like, different genders and, people of different sexual orientation and, whatever political spectrum you come from can't be a fan of, say, Star Wars or like Metal Gear Solid or something, right? But like, they don't like those franchises because like, oh, that person's gay and I'm gay, so I feel like I'm also a part of the show now. It's like, no, this is a really dope story with dope characters, dope character development, and like I'm watching this journey of like the hero arc or whatever, basically occur within this fantasy that I'm, watching. That's what people like. Yeah. Right. It's not being like, oh, this is relatable. It's like, dude, if you want to play something that's relatable, you go play an RPG where you can make your own character and make your own decisions in the game. And like, you can make your own story. Like look at Fallout, for example, like go play whatever Fallout you want. You can be the courier of your dreams. Doesn't matter who the fuck he is, male, female, whatever the fuck, it doesn't matter.
Do you have fun with it? Don't force whatever the shit that is going to happen because of this. Man, there was, what was the one? Damn it. I just lost the train of thought. It
movie, game,
fuck.
Show, TV series.
I know. I'm like, fuck, it's gone. I think Japanese do it the best with anime because they don't give a shit. And they're just like, here, characters, whatever they are, here's how they anime, video games. There is no. I mean, look how they represent Americans sometimes, and there's no offense to it, too.
It's funny as fuck.
Dude, it's hilarious, and no one gets offended, and you're like, dude, this is fucking dope. This is so good. Holy shit, there wasn't a forced narrative inside this. I think you're the one, if you guys want to know why I watched Ronin or Shogun. Shogun was because of you.
No, Shogun, yeah, that show slaps.
Dude, I talked about it so many times on Unsub. I was like, after that Thanksgiving, you were like, oh, you gotta watch Shogun. I went home and started, and then I binge watched that show.
Dude, it's so good. They're making a new season sometime soon.
I know. I hope it stays because there's no source material now.
Yeah, it's basically they're gonna kind of build it. They're gonna make their own story. So we'll see what they do. But I mean, like, the show was good regardless. Season 1 was amazing. It was a really good watch. It was awesome.
If you guys have not watched Shogun,
check it out for sure.
Did not give a shit about anything. It was everyone is in their roles and how it would have been during that time.
Yes.
And brutal.
Very historically accurate. Like,
yeah.
They didn't pull what was that new Assassin's Creed game where you play the black samurai that wasn't really a samurai, and they tried to make everybody think that he was a samurai, but he wasn't.
Oh, and then the female is the other main.
And she's a lesbian.
I didn't even know that. I love it. It's like, we gotta make this.
I'm thinking of Ghost of Tsushima, actually. I think. I don't remember.
Oh, the new Ghost is, yes, because they did switch that completely, and that one did
poorly.
Yeah, very poorly.
At least in comparison to the first game, it did really, really poorly, yeah.
Because the first one was like, hey, let's take this historic piece and modify it, but make it a lot of fun, and just roll it out there. Zero message other than like
here's a really cool, authentic Japanese like Ronin experience, open world Ronin RPG. Great game. But then the second game came around and they kind of politicized it a bit, and they started to put in those agendas and stuff, and it just like the character, like the main character, the actress, like, is also very like a political activist, and she says some stupid shit online, and it's just like when people start seeing that, they naturally will distance themselves away in the gaming space. Now they're just like, oh, this is fucking gay and retarded. I'm good. I'm gonna go try and find a game made by gamers who are just trying to make something that's fun, that doesn't have any underlying like agendas or stories or personas or whatever. I just want to play a good game, bro. It's literally that fucking simple.
It's that easy. That's why Unsub has always still been like, we're not doing politics. I do not give a shit, because you're going to be on, half the audience will like it, half the audience will fucking walk away. And they're already, especially right now, just hit with nonstop political shit. Give them a break from that. They're like, oh man, I get to just have fun. Say for a video game, I want to detach from reality, and I want to just enjoy the experience and not go to Assassin's Creed or whatever for. And if you think the developers are writing these stories because it's epic, and you don't think, oh, they're doing
like,
it
if you saw some of these like game developers, like the writers, like their like social media, like, bro, like, that shit's cringe as fuck.
That's all you have to look at. It's like, they are specifically doing this on purpose. Know that. There is not I just want to make a cool story. That is, well, I think we should do X, which represents Y, and then we get this cool thing. Everyone will love it.
And nobody buys it, and everybody's like, this sucks.
And then they blame
everybody else.
Yeah.
That's literally, like I said, the game High Guard that flopped terribly. One of the developers went on this big giga post, like this Twitter longer thread, basically blaming the gamers, and basically saying, oh, like, it was because of everybody's initial reaction, and everybody was like already trying to set this game to fail, and yada yada yada. And like, I will agree that there is like a trend in the gaming space that there are a lot of people who like to watch car wrecks and train wrecks. They just want to see shit fail, because it's kind of fun sometimes to see shit just go, wow, they literally just crashed into the fucking ground so hard. And some people kind of like will root for that. But at the same time, if you're a gamer and you want to see games fail, you're not really a gamer. You just like watching train wrecks.
You like the drama.
You like the drama. Real gamers want fun games to play. We want more games. We want things that are interesting and fun, and we want to get the dopamine and get really engaged. We want to get mentally involved in a way that's like healthy, like a healthy addiction, because the game is interesting and fun. Not because it's designed in a way where you have like psychologists working with game designers to create systems and features to keep you subconsciously addicted to the game. Like big like corporations like EA, they do that with a lot of their games, like even FIFA and shit. Like they literally have psychiatrists work with them.
Companies spending money on the psychological side of video games just to hook.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the name of this developer, but he's one of the original creators of Path of Exile. He made this video called Dark Patterns in Video Games. And It came out, I want to say a couple months ago, maybe a little bit longer than that, but he basically explains like what dark patterns are and what dark pattern game design is. And that's basically what I'm describing. It's when you have psychologists that are working with game developers to like have this Freudian style, like, you know, reward and punishment system to keep you subconsciously addicted to the game in a way that's like unhealthy. And it's like they really are like literally trying to steal your time, your attention, and your money. Whereas like when you just make a good game, like people are just naturally thinking about the game because they're trying to think of things they can do, things they combine, new things that they want to try out in the game. You know, they're at work and they're thinking about it like, oh, I can't wait to get home and, you know, unlock the next level and try and kill the boss and do this and that. And you know, like I said, gamers are just, they're getting smarter and they're starting to realize what these things are. And it's just a matter of time until like these larger companies, they better fucking realize like, hey, like you got to stop doing this because you're going to run your company into the fucking ground. Highguard, Concord, hundreds of millions of dollars just down the drain. And like, I think I was kind of getting on this a bit of a tangent there, but like the dev for Highguard, like he just roasted people on Twitter. He's like, our game was so good. It was lightning in a bottle. We had all these great things. We had the best formula. It was the best game. And like the game was just average and mid as fuck. It was not that good. It was like the homogenization of like 4 different battle royale games with like heroes and like you had guns, but everybody looked like they were in a fantasy RPG. It was just like, it was a fucking train wreck.
And they blamed the fucking viewer.
Yeah, they blame the viewer and the consumers. And like if the game was good, people would be playing it. That's just literally how it is. If your game was good, people would find it fun, and then they would tell their friends like, hey, you should play this game with me, it's really fun. And then they would do it with their friends, and then people would make content on it and be like, yo guys, check out this sick game, it's really fun. And then, you know, that video would get a lot of views, and then like that's kind of like how the natural marketing flow goes nowadays for games. A lot of game publishers and developers, they'll pump out so much money for like sponsored streams, sponsored YouTube videos and ads and all that kind of stuff, but
that could have
like,
went towards the game.
Yeah, no, literally, it could have went towards the game, literally.
Instead, if they're pushing more towards marketing because their game sucks and they just need as many people to buy it as fucking possible.
Yes. I mean, dude, there's a lot of times where like marketing budgets will be significantly more than the amount it actually costs to make the game itself. And unfortunately, so you'll also get a lot of devs that overpay themselves way too much for the amount of work that they do.
I mean,
Granted,
Ashes of Creation is
yeah, dude,
that guy's
a scumbag. Holy shit. And what's sad is I actually like that game. I put like 300 plus hours in the game. I thought it was actually like it was rough. It was like a rough alpha, but I'm like, you know what? I was like, if they build on this is actually like a pretty sweet MMO. Like they got some cool ideas here, but it's just like, dude, they rug pulled the shit out of everyone, and like that guy's getting some fucking lawsuits, and like it just sucks because like I genuinely thought that game had potential. I thought it was fun,
and he disappeared from the face of the earth.
He's gone. Yeah, he's fucking gone. I mean, dude's got a bunch of lawsuits and shit over him, and like the game has like 100 players now, and it sucks because like it sucks to see like games that could be really cool like literally die and like no longer get the support they need. But it's because of shitty people at the top who are literally in charge of the company, just making the absolute worst decisions and being super greedy and just like fucking scumbags. And they're ruining it for all these people that they've been hyping up for fucking like a decade. Dude, Ashes of Creation was announced before Star Citizen.
God damn, that's like, I mean,
literally like the Ashes Kickstarter started before Star Citizen.
Man, what was the game? There was an MMO. I was super excited. It was like the OG EverQuest people were creating a game, and this is, man,
I know what you're talking about.
I think I've talked to you about it.
They got like a
2010.
Yeah, no, I know. I feel like I remember it was like Age of something, or but they raised like $10 million on Kickstarter, right? They raised a lot of money.
Yeah, and then it was going in the releases that they would do with the small alpha test. It was a lot like EverQuest, at which everyone from this was like, cool, I'm getting a new OG EverQuest experience. And then 2 years ago, it turns into, this is after 14 years of development and all the money that was raised. And it's like, oh, well, now it's a what are they called when you go in and escape?
Extraction games?
It turned into an extraction MMO, like a Rift MMO. So it just got so far off the market, and they're like, well, we got to release it. This is the only way we can do this. And you're like, how did you spend 12 years of this, and now it's going into this? What the fuck are you talking about? They're like, well, money.
But you had all the money. What happened to it? I mean, like I said, it's like a lot of it could be just like mismanagement.
Dude, so much mismanagement.
Like
everyone wants. I am now at $100 or a $500,000 salary, or I make $1 million a year, and
yeah, that's like I don't know, man. Like you're just being a greedy fuck at that point. Like you're stealing, kind of.
if you want, like, focus on the game, pay yourself what you need to get by. You don't need to live an extravagant life until you have
Made a success. You sold a lot of copies of the game, and you can,
Yeah,
then you can relish in it. Yeah,
reward yourself
Sure.
because you just did something awesome. Before that, I have no idea that mindset of, if I had a video game like, hey, you have $10 million to work with, the last thing I would be thinking is, oh, I need to buy a house and a Lambo. Like,
yeah, no, that's crazy. Like, how does you owning a fucking Lambo help the game? Because it doesn't.
no,
I think it's just genuinely selfish, greedy people that are in a position of power, and they decide to exploit it because that's what weak ass bitches do.
yeah, I'd be so worried about the end product, and even, well, I wouldn't touch it. I mean, even the unsub, anything. I don't even take a salary. I get paid quarterly because I don't want to touch the salary, because I'm like, no, quarterly is how I get paid, because then it's based off of how much effort I'm putting into it, and then everyone else gets
understandable.
paid. Everyone else is taken care of. My employees are taken care of, and then I get less if I perform less. That's a good thing. But the salaries are paid for each and every time off of the money made. I could not go plump. Got this now. Instead of going towards the game, I'm buying a Lambo.
Yeah, no, it's like I said, I think it's just genuinely greedy, selfish people who cannot control their impulses and just want to.
And then being the
Steal.
employee, though, imagine if that's your business partner and not having the foresight and be like, yo, homie, what the fuck are you
Yeah, I
doing?
mean, for me, it's like, dude, if I put my name on a game and like being like, hey, I'm building this, I'm making this, and like it's a train wreck, like I would be devastated to know that like my name is associated with this fucking train wreck of a dog shit game that never actually got to release. Like it makes me wonder if they even think that far ahead, or if they even give a fuck to begin with. Do they even really care? Or I actually don't even think they do, because they know what they're doing. They know, they're like, well, I have a Lambo now. I don't give a fuck what everybody else thinks.
How's the partners think? That's where, like, my mindset of, even with this, like, we all talk still, like all the other businesses, still the video game is like, okay, this, you'll reach out, or Lucas, or we'll connect, and we're like, okay, what about this idea? It's still a connection, versus if you seen Lucas buy a Lambo, then you'd be like, yo,
Hey,
Lucas, what the fuck are you buying
Yeah.
a Lambo? Eli, Lucas bought a Lambo.
Yeah.
I'd be like, yo, Lucas, why'd you buy a Lambo?
Yeah, even like the investment that we just got from you guys, like I don't see a dime of that money. Even though I orchestrated that entire deal, I helped basically connect everything. I don't see any of that money. That's for my team. That's for the developers who are actually working on the fucking game. Like, that's to make this happen in the first place. You know, I'm not over like, hey guys, thanks for the investment. Hey, check out my new fucking Rolls Royce. You know what I mean? Like, that'd be fucking ridiculous. Like, that's like, oh my God. Like, I don't know. Like I said, like I can't imagine being around somebody, even in my own circle, who would do something like that, let alone like actually being in a business with somebody who's actually doing that. It's like, bro, what are you doing? You have a private chef at your house cooking you meals every day? That's what that fucking dude, Stephen Sharif, or whatever the fuck his name is, from Ashes. He had a private chef that was cooking him meals every day at his house on the company payroll, bro. Isn't that fucking crazy? This guy was like stealing so much of the dev resources for his own self gain. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
And then how do you look at yourself, or
It's baffling. I know. It's just like,
I can't wrap my head around it. It's
Yeah.
like, this is a very temporary thing. Oh, you got $1 million. Congrats. That's maybe 5 years of your life. If you went big and extravagant, you're paying those bills off over time. That mill is going to disappear extremely quickly. And now when you go back into the workforce, you go back into a product creation. No one's going to trust you.
no, nobody's going to work with you. And if somebody finds out that you're working on something else, they're going to find out, and it's going to spread like fucking wildfire throughout the internet and be like, hey, this was making another game and he's trying to fucking rip everybody off again. Nobody support him. And then you're basically just going to be dead in the water.
Because you have no, oh man, who was that? Pirate Software is a good one that I think I haven't seen somebody burn all their
Yeah.
goodwill ever until that guy is just even accountability.
No, for sure. I mean, what's funny is I met him at TwitchCon. We had like a little meeting with him, some of the creators, the Twitch CEO, and like an exec at Amazon. His voice does actually sound like that. It's not a fake voice. That's how he actually talks. But I mean, like seeing what happened with like the whole WoW raid and just like like, dude, you just like you made a bad decision and screwed
Own it.
people over in a video game. Just own it. It's not a big deal. It's literally a game. But it's the fact that you double, triple, quadruple down on it, still denying that like that's what happened, even though everybody saw that's exactly what happened. Just say that you fucked up, and that's it. You move on. You fucking hit it, take the hit, and you just fucking move on. But like I don't know why people just can't accept that reality sometimes. It's like they feel like they need to be in a position where they can never be wrong.
And then to kill your empire because of that ego,
Yes.
is the most wild thing. I'm like, homie, you cost yourself millions of dollars because everyone has the evidence that it all points to one thing. Like literally, there's videos, there's breakdowns, and all you go is, man,
That didn't happen.
I fucked up. And but yeah, it didn't happen. And all you would have to do is go, I need to make some changes. I fucked up.
Yeah.
Shit.
Sorry guys, if I disappointed anyone, like I'm really sorry. Like this is not what I wanted to do in the moment. Like you can say whatever, just you know, that's
And
all.
then do better.
Like, because what can people say? Like, obviously, if you royally fuck up and you do something wrong, and you're like, sorry guys, I fucked up, and you did something really bad, people are still gonna be like, yo, you're a piece of shit. You know what I mean? But like, when it's a situation like that where it's like it was just an instance in World of Warcraft hardcore.
It's a fucking
like,
World of Warcraft raid.
It's literally, it's just wild, bro. It's not like you fucking accident. Oh, sorry guys, I just burned a whole family alive in their house on accident.
My
Whoops.
friend didn't die in
bad.
real life.
Yeah, exactly.
Like-
Yeah, it's like. Oh, like it's not that deep, bro. Just own up. I don't get it. Like
My make believe Necro died. Like his character.
damn it. And dude, I mean, I played WoW hardcore.
Oh god, yeah, and it's fucking brutal.
It is, dude. I lost a character at 58 and a half, died. And then I got to 59 and a half, died. And I kind of stopped playing after that. That shit hurt. And the thing is, I'm somebody, I love hardcore one life experiences. I love like knowing that when I'm playing this game, if I die, it's all gone, especially as a content creator, because it's really fun for the viewers, because you're like, oh man, that was really intense, because if he died, all his progress would be gone. And so like any game that I can play, especially if it's single player, if there's like a hardcore one life mode, I always opt in for it.
BRD, what'd you die at 59?
Dude, it was I was in the Eastern Plaguelands, and I was near one of the Blood Elf POIs, and I was solo on my Orc Warrior, and I was pretty fucking geared too. And I fucked up because I chugged a speed potion when I should have chugged a health potion, and I just fucking panicked, bro. I was like, I have to run, and all the mobs are respawning, and they're like beating my ass and stunning me and slowing me down, and I just like, dude, I lost sleep over that shit. Like like, bro, it hurt, but like I still had so much fun. And like for me, a lot
Your
of
face on that death.
oh man, no, it hurt. Like a lot of other streamers like reacted to it, and like it was pretty funny. But like I love playing a lot of those one life experiences, because it really helps teach me like it's okay for things to get reset, because it's just pixels, man. Yeah, it's just pixels. Like if I die, I'm like, fuck, I just lost a 30-yard run. Fuck it, I'll go again. That's exactly what I did. I died, and I'm like, guys, I'm done. We're not playing anymore. I'm done. And then like a half an hour later, I'm like, fuck it, I'll make another character. And I think I have a warrior that's like level 35 or something like that. And then I just, I went and started playing other games. Yeah, man, it's just, I don't know. There's something about one life experiences, dude. Like it brings out the best and worst parts about being a gamer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's that hardcore level of, well, that person is RIP, and you'll remember their name.
Yeah.
Because you invested a lot of time.
Yeah.
And MMOs, it's wild to me because how uncertain it can be in raids.
No, for sure.
if you're not-
Especially when you have to rely on other people.
Yeah, and randoms. I don't know if you do randoms. And
No. I would do like some instances, and like we would kind of like I never got to like doing raids because I never hit 60. But like if we're doing like the Blackrock Depths.
BRD.
Yeah, BRD.
That's why I thought you died there.
I did die in BRD at level 58.
Oh, see, I knew one of those.
It was the room. It was the room with all the dwarves, and you have to do all the little bonfires. And
dude, BRD fucking hardcore is insane to me, because I'm like, fuck off.
No, it's scary, but the thing is, like, I died, and then I went and ran it back with another group. We cleared the whole fucking dungeon. It felt so good, because like for me, whenever I do Iron Man runs on any game, a part of my like journey is like if I were to die to something, I don't avoid it. I go back and do it again until I beat it. And I have to get through it. And I remember like when I finally got through it again after I lost my level 58, I was like, fuck yeah, bro, we did it. We cleared the dungeon. I got some good loot, and I was so happy. And I was just like, chat was like, fuck yeah, dude, you did it. Let's go. We overcome the last death. And like that's like such a good experience, because like you're either the type of person that like will keep going at it even though lost and it could get you pain, and you know what that feels like, but you go and try and accomplish it anyway, and you want to follow through and finish. And that's why I play like a lot of One Life stuff, is because I feel like it teaches me a lot of patience.
Oh yeah, dude, those are fucking that next level of patience. Like, it's crazy. You have an individual like Pirate Software who would have the easiest comeback story if he did one thing, and to choose that path of hardcore. He's like, nope, I did nothing wrong, you fools.
Yeah, I can't understand that mindset at all.
It's if the internet hates me, I'd be like, man, I probably fucked. If the entire internet has fucked up and went against me, and I've lost 700,000 subscribers, I'd be like, what did I do?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I definitely fucked up if this many people do not like me. If you have your Hassans or anyone also where it is that mindset of, you're like, dude, if half the internet disagrees with you, or even a majority of the internet picks, if you have Reddit and Twitter both hating you, that's my new rule of thumb. If Reddit and Twitter, the opposite ends of the spectrum, hate you as an individual,
you might be doing something wrong. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I mean, and like, hey man, I fucked up too. Like, especially when I used to work for Battle State. You know, I definitely was like a young, testosterone-filled Marine who was also being an MMA fighter who started streaming, and like I never had experience in the industry, and I definitely like I talked way more than I should have, and I own up to that. I acknowledge that that's what I did, and like, you know, looking back, I'm like, you know, at least I'm not that anymore, and I've moved on, and I've managed to self-reflect and improve and become better. You know, it is what it is, and you have to be able to like grow from that, or you don't, and you just stay the same fucking person the entire time.
The key word there is growth.
Yeah.
You looked at and you're like, man, I was retarded. But I was young, and look, I've changed my mindset, and now here's how I think on that. Oh, I've always said you are one of the most mature young individuals I've ever met. And it's awesome to see, because how rare that is. I mean, think about all the streamers your age and how many actually make proper decisions to change to a healthy mindset, or self-reflect, or meditate, whatever it is. 1% actually do that, especially when they do have fame or success at a younger age. Once that happens, it's like, oh
yeah, I mean, dude, there's a lot of these streamers who, you know, they make like millions of dollars every single month. They have huge followings. They're like 19, 20. Man, they're just like the fucking worst people, honestly. Like, and these are people that are really influencing a lot of younger audiences and younger people, and it's just like, bro, this person should not be a fucking role model, man. Like, oh, it's like bad. It's just like it's very cringy and just fucking gross to me. I don't know, it's like this new age of streamers.
I hate, dude. I like, you can shit on GHOSTBED. I love how Homeboy's dedicated to it. Like,
dude, that
he
man
works harder than anyone you can see a majority of the time.
For sure. That guy shows the entire world other cultures and other ways of life. And that's what I love about his content.
Dude,
he's literally like, he goes to Africa, parts of Europe, parts of Asia, and literally like just shows them their culture and involves himself in it. And, you know, obviously I'm sure he has like a bit of persona on stream to like have that like crazy energy that he has. Like a lot of content creators, especially IRL streamers, they do that shit. But like his content is genuinely very like, what's the word? It's positive, but it's like a cultural melting pot. It's like there's a lot of culture there, and he's showing it off in a very like good and healthy and positive, productive way. And you don't really see that a lot. And then like you get the other opposite end of the fucking streamers out there that are like IRL rage baiting people and just being like actual pieces of shit to get reactions, and lying and instigating drama, and like just being scumbags because like hate and discourse gets engagement.
And then you have a terrible audience base if you built that audience base,
oh man,
and don't think they're going to do the exact same when you stumble.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you break your leg, bro, they're gonna laugh at you, and they're not gonna help it. They're gonna pull their phones out and fucking make fun of you because you've done it to other people, you know.
And that's why I don't understand that mindset of, oh, I'll cater towards this audience. Like,
I think it's because it's easy and it gets them engagement, and it's the dopamine, it's the money, it's the quick results.
And I've heard that before, where I have heard people say to me, well, that's the only way to get, I do this content because it's the only way to get views. No, it's not.
No, it's not.
No,
It's the only way that you know how to get views is because you don't have talent.
Yeah. Or patience. You just don't want to take the long road. You're like, well, I got 100,000 views if I did this video versus in a year I'm going to get 100,000 views, or 2 years I'll get 100,000 views. This was shortcut. I got all of this, but now my audience will turn on me on the fucking
on a dime. Like you show a moment of weakness, bro. Like I said, they'll just fucking eat you alive. And like I'm fortunate that like I have a very loyal community, because like, you know, I started streaming one game and I streamed that game for like 4 to 5 years, and you know, I eventually realized like, oh man, I don't want to be known as Klean, the guy who plays Tarkov. I just want to be known as Klean. That's it.
Yep.
The content creator. And you know, now I have like a healthy audience of like 300 to 500 people, sometimes up to 1,000 depending on what I'm playing, and like they show up for me every single day, no matter what I'm doing, no matter what game I'm playing. It doesn't matter, like they're always there. But that's also because like I've stayed as authentic as I can be, even if it means that I'm going to alienate people. Like I say things, I'll do things that other people just genuinely don't like. I can be very facetious and sarcastic on stream. Some people just don't really get that banter. I mean, you're in the military, you get it. Like that's just kind of how it is. We like to talk a lot of shit, but it's like, you know, in a way that I hope is perceived as like fun and like kind of like positive, I guess. But a lot of people don't see it that way because they're just like, oh my God, I can't believe you said that to this viewer. You're such a mean asshole. It's like, no, I'm not. You're just
that's it.
You're literally just too emotional and get way too emotionally reactive off of something online from a grown man playing video games, or let alone me have an opinion about a way I think a game should be or a feature should be different, and you find the need to take it so personally that I think that I have a different preference than you in a video game. And how dare you, Klean, say that you have a preference for a different type of game? That's not allowed. You've offended me and you're racist.
Yep. How dare you rock my boat?
It's ridiculous.
Well, I don't understand the mindset of you have to think identical to me or fall in line with my exact frame of thoughts. And if you don't, you're fascist, Nazi, whatever. And then you're like, I don't think you know what those words mean, homie.
Yeah.
If you're offended because I don't fall in line with directly everything you like, I'm the bad guy.
Yeah.
Not a good look. Take
Not
a
a
step
good
back. Everyone can have a difference of opinion,
Yeah.
and it can be healthy,
Yeah.
and you can learn from it.
Yeah. I mean, and you can hopefully have the self-awareness to be like, I can see why this would be good, but it's just not for me. Like, I
See
don't
how I didn't have an emotion to that? Like, it's a wild concept of I'm not yelling at my friend because he doesn't fall in line exactly, or he has a difference of opinion. And if your friend group has no difference of opinion,
Yeah. Again, that's having a bunch of yes men.
yeah, that's that echo chamber that is so unhealthy.
And I do believe there's like a certain extent where it's like you will have a lot in common with your friend groups, but obviously like if it's every single thing, everything falls in line exactly the same, and there's no differences between you, then you're basically like a hive mind at that point.
And if it's a negative, let's say you do have a lot of the same interests and there is not much discourse, but if discourse does happen, it's this anger and rage, or another person has an input and you're like, oh, everyone's like gross without, like rage, pitchforks, reevaluate your friend group.
Yeah.
Like find that group that's like, if Klean got angry or upset about one thing and I'm like, I don't think it's that much of a big deal because X and Y, and he goes, oh yeah, okay.
I see it that way. I didn't see it that way before. You know, thanks for changing my perspective a little bit.
Crazy
but you also
friend
have
group.
you also have to have the self-awareness to be able to like even try and see it the other way. Like I was saying earlier about, you know, with my girlfriend and the dream she had about me cheating on her. You know, at first I was offended, but I was like, you know what? Let me try and see it from her point of view and how she would feel and like what would be the reaction that I'd want to give her. And boom, then that's it. It's that fucking simple. But I don't know, maybe some people just don't have that type of emotional intelligence.
That's the best thing to do is stop, put yourself in their shoes, evaluate that situation from their perspective, come back to your perspective, be like, okay, hey, I got it.
Yep.
I see this from your perspective. I understand how that could have hurt your feelings, X, Y, Z.
Sure.
Hey, got it. Sorry if you did something, apologize. And an actual apology, not with a but. I hate butt sandwiches.
Yeah, butts, yeah.
I'm
butt
sorry
sandwiches.
to hit you, but you shouldn't have been standing there. It's like, great, I love that apology. You
Yeah.
still blame me for
Yeah,
it.
that wasn't really an apology. Yeah, that's
Dude,
funny.
that's my least favorite things in the world. I'm like, ooh. Apologize, take responsibility if you did cause some error, but mostly just take a step back, reevaluate the situation, put yourself in their shoes, and you will see a beautiful thing happen. You'll be like, huh, wow.
Self-awareness. Whoa.
Wow, me and my partner get along way better. We're not just yelling and killing each other the entire time. Huh. Oh, this is what a happy marriage looks like.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it's crazy. Those exist.
Yeah. There's a lot of them.
Dude, it's a rare thing, but when you see happy relationships, you are a good example of that. It is. Other couples will either be jealous, which is fucking wild,
Yeah.
or they will ask how you guys are happy together. And you're like, oh, well, we listen to each other. Patient.
Don't have secrets.
We do way less stress if you do that route. Like, one of my favorite things is if you're guarding your phone around your spouse, why?
Yeah, that's weird.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
Versus fucking, yeah, I don't care, whatever. Go through that thing any day of the week. If you're like, oh, well, they might find a secret.
Why are you hiding secrets?
Yeah, you're going to be in a miserable relationship. Would you want your partner to do the same? No. So why are you doing
Yeah,
it?
it's pretty simple.
Any piece of life advice for any of the viewers out there?
Honestly, drink water. Take some creatine.
Good.
Get some B complex. Go touch some grass. Get some sunlight. And I don't know. Just live life a little bit. I mean, it's okay to have moderation in things in life, but sometimes you also got to moderate moderation too. So you should splurge a little bit, go a little bit harder than you normally would, get out of your comfort zone, and you'll have some fun.
Clean, and where do the beautiful people find you at?
Twitch.tv/Klean or Clean is Clean on Instagram or X. And that's with a K.
YouTube?
Same thing.
Clean is clean?
Yep.
Okay, perfect.
Or just clean. Just look for Clean on YouTube. You'll find me.
Bam! Bro, thank you so much for coming
Yeah,
on.
it was a pleasure.
That was a fucking good These are my favorite episodes. Thank you. I appreciate you, my man.
Anytime.
Go find him.
I'll see you guys around.
Cut to me right there. Boom. Love you guys.